Boop-a-doop-boop.
Welcome back to D&D night. I'm excited to be here. Hope you all are
As
too.
are we all.
Uh, yeah. Oh, I think I have you guys on the party screen. Welcome to the party. But actually, while we're still there, anybody want to give a quick rundown of the events of last week's session?
If I remembered fully myself. Wait, let me look at the screen. Do I have the screen up? Nope. I couldn't tell you then.
Oh,
Cause I
you want to see the map? You mean
yes, cause
at the old Owl Well, or
So,
at the
we're
entry
mid
to the?
combat, aren't we?
yeah,
Mhm.
last week we took out some zombies. We half the team went down into the catacombs or the crypt, and then the rest of us followed after we cleared out a couple more zombies. Um, we rolled very good stealth checks.
I
Hmm?
cast.
Thanks to
I think because it's Allison. Because it's
and
Allison, my stealth check was a 32 or 36. I don't remember
I
which.
think it was like a 38.
It was
it was high.
ridiculous.
It was
It was
ridiculous.
not
You
low.
felt the shadows for the first time.
So yeah. Uh, so he and I ran in and we uh, got a couple good hits on the necromancer before he started summoning things. Then he summoned a giant ogre that we've killed once already, so he shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I'm going to continue stabbing him once it's my turn again.
All right. Yeah. Uh, Anybody want to add anything before I jump in?
Nope, Taliesin isn't a horse anymore.
I currently
Right?
have the Spirit Totem Hawk, which gives us advantage on perception checks and something.
Hello.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to find.
It gives jerk
Oh, yeah.
advantage once per round.
Well, yeah, I can basically give somebody advantage once per turn on my turn. That's what it was. And then I have a meme beam that's like lighting this dude on silvery fire.
Hammer of
What's
Dawn.
it called?
It's
Oh,
called
the moonbeam. They call it a
but
meme beam.
I call it meme beam. So
All right. Well, at least I know what you're talking about now. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You guys. You were above ground. The zombies seemed to be almost near endless as they just continued coming out of the corners. Several spells were cast that caused them to have, either unable to be approached Sparkle Gem or having disadvantage while attacking the cleric. The warhorse crushed the villain, and then when we came back next week, you guys kind of continued fighting through the zombies last week. Came down the corridor, uh, come down through the tunnel that's been dug out. You've came to this area here, and then just like you described, yeah. So we're in this room. The last thing that happened, and thank you for good notes, Oz, is that this necromancer had used a spell scroll to summon up an ogre, and I believe that puts us at the top of the order. Which, by the way, just to give a quick reiteration, because we did because I almost spilled this water bottle, which doesn't clip shut anymore. Because we did reroll initiative because you guys were in this kind of weird spot where you're like half in combat, half out of combat because you're much faster than the zombies. And so the order goes Jerk, Sparkle Gem, Taliesin, and Godwald. And of course, Godwald, I miscolored you like a weird guy. And now I fixed it.
Hmm?
All
What
right.
do you mean?
Probably on
On
the
a
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet. Yeah.
Okay, because that I added that.
When I took your highlighting off. But yeah, so that means that it's now Jerk's turn. Jerk, you're in the top of the order.
Okay. He has someone who, well, yeah, an enemy that's within 5 feet of him. So I don't need that or advantage this round. You can hand that off to somebody else, and I'm going to stab him with my rapier this time.
All right. Roll an attack.
Oh, 8 plus 6 is 14. Does that do it?
614. Sorry to bring him back up. Yeah, your rapier
Yes.
hits.
All
Rapier hits. Roll your damage.
right. 5.
5 damage.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, because Talison's next to you, so you're using your sneak attack damage this roll.
9 altogether.
9 total damage.
Ugh.
All right, so as you stick him with the rapier, as you shove your rapier into this guy again, you had actually, I think, like come pretty much charging across the room to catch him unaware, and moving like the shadow you were in that moment, thanks to that pass without trace spell. You got that initial attack on him, and now you're finishing the job with another similar strike. As you put this, as you put your rapier through him, and he just kind of grabs the handle, and he looks at you, and he starts to try to speak, it'll be an unknown language to you, a language at you before he's able to finish the words, and he kind of trails off and just falls, and I'm assuming like backwards off of your rapier, and dies.
There's no way I killed him already.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
The
And
ogre
so-
dead?
So does that
So
mean
as
everything he
as-
summoned is gone?
so as this wizard falls to his knees, falls backwards, sliding off of your sword, you notice that the ogre just clumps over down to its knees and slumps down. And Sparkle Jim, as you had heard this, you had been listening at the door, and you had heard the sounds of the many undead that you had left above ground coming through. I remember you had closed the door. They were there, being at the door, and all of those sounds go silent.
What?
Yeah,
Death
you guys
returned.
All right,
You guys
I start looting him before he actually slumps off my sword. Like I'm that fast about just going through his pockets.
okay. All right. Well, with him there, I'll go. I'll look up his.
You can use
what's in his
your cunning
pockets.
bonus action to make a sleight of hand or use an object.
Yeah, sleight of hand,
So-
is, sleight of hand is pickpocket, and
So you could get his gold before anyone else jumps on his body.
yeah, I do. I want to do this as a sleight of hand and see if I can get things out of him as I'm like pretending to pull my rapier out of his body.
Pretending to pull your rapier out?
Well, as you
I mean-
pull the
As,
rapier
as
out,
I'm
all of a
as I'm
sudden-
slowly pulling it out, a little bit slower than I have to, so I can go through his stuff.
All right, Chris.
That is a 18.
Roll sleight of hand.
Hold on,
Plus-
18 plus 11,
Right.
27.
What?
How do you have a plus 11 and sleight of hand?
Because I got
This
some
stupid
badass
range-
gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about your
And he
badass
is-
gloves.
And he has proficiency in this, so it's a good bonus, an ability check for him to do. I was gonna have you guys roll perception to see if you saw this. I don't know if it's statistically possible for any of your perceptions to be that
So he
high.
has a
Although I am
29.
willing to listen if anyone has an idea.
So he has a 29.
I
Mhm.
mean, if
So-
this possession is magical, would I be able to like do an arcana, like styled arcana sense?
Have
spell?
advantage on perception.
It's more like knowledge about the arcane.
Right, that's fair.
We have advantage on perception right now.
The hawk gives it to one person. You want to give it to yourself and try and do the.
Oh no, we all get the
check?
perception. Only
Oh, you
one
all
person
get the
gets the
perception.
advantage.
Yes.
I
Okay.
can give advantage to an attack roll.
Oh, okay.
Plus
Everyone
two,
in
plus-
Yara gets advantage on perception.
If
So
you guys
should
want to
we-
try and beat 29, go for it with your advantage rolls. I don't still know if it's statistically possible for you
It's
to
impossible for me
exceed a
to.
29.
It's impossible for me.
Unless we both use the help action on Taliesin and give him a
Doesn't
plus.
that just give
But you wouldn't
advantage
know.
now?
You wouldn't know to do it in this situation.
That's fair. So yeah,
It just gives
Taliesin,
advantage
can
now.
you get a
You
29?
just-
Is it statistically possible for you to get a 29? Nope, not on that roll.
Yeah. Yeah, help is
would-
just advantage now.
I would only have gotten like a 28 if I would have gotten that 19. If I would have gotten the 20, then I would have got a 29, I believe.
Oh, I only
Okay.
see a,
You can
I only
get a
see a
Well,
roll.
you do have an advantage, so you could try it a second time to see if you get that nat 20. That allows you
To
to
see
see
if
what's
it
going
hits.
on.
You guys just can't let me have this, can you?
No, you
Like-
don't get it.
It doesn't matter.
I
they,
can't get a
they let
29.
you have it.
Jerk. You never
we're
give
gonna-
us anything. Why would we be nice and give
Oh,
you
I do
anything?
too.
I don't really care about the gold, but Talison's gonna be like, "Give me that book."
What? No, that's my book. We already know I'm the spell book
You
person.
can't read it. It's in Goblin.
What is?
I can read
Why
it.
would you think
The
that?
book that he was reading is in Goblin. I read it.
Well, no,
No, it's not.
no. What?
You're misremembering
No,
this.
no. The book isn't about Goblin. What it is what he was researching involved goblins. So this place itself involved goblins.
So, are we out of combat?
You guys are out of combat.
All right, so what
I'm
do
going to start looting in these royal tombs that are all around us.
Can we figure out what I found on this guy? Okay, nothing. Oh, never mind.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. So you did your sleight of hand roll, and so I told Jerk what he got without telling you guys, but then he just announced it. So
Yeah.
there was nothing on the.
So
there
you
was
guys-
nothing on the necromancer.
You guys see me pull the sword out and go, "God damn it, nothing!" Without any context at
So,
all.
Was this not the real guy?
This is the real guy.
Can we do an insight check to see if he's bullshitting us?
I mean, he's
See if
Well,
jerks bullshit.
Yeah, you can, but I'll just tell you that he's not because
Right.
he just blurted it out without literally. I've like typed out like nobody knows that you didn't find nothing though. And he's just like,
True.
bah!
I'm
So
going to. I guess I'll
Okay.
dispel Moonbeam.
you dispel Moonbeam. Oh,
Yeah,
Uh,
and then
as he
so
is,
you
he
end.
dies.
Like I said, I'm looting all these crypts.
I would like to pick up
Okay.
the book that he.
Okay.
had.
Taliesin, what the goblin writing was, it's around the arch on the doors that are in front of you. So what you guys see in this room, and you didn't really like take much time to look around before, but now that we're here, you can glance around and see, is there's several tombs on the left and the right on either side. As let's see, Sparkle Gem, you want to be looking through them first. You're gonna need a strength check to pull a stone lid off of a tomb. That's a little baby gnome.
Leave me and my baby gnomeness alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a whole whopping 8.
Was an 8? Oh, because you're minus. Yeah, you find you're unable to lift the tomb. But above each tomb is a very decayed banner. In a red, you see a symbol that looks like an eye over an open set of teeth. And maybe this will show up. Probably not, because it's like a light colored pen and it's a bright light on my camera. But you see these banners overhead of each one. Now, each of them is quite decayed. They're faded through because they're covered in dust, as dust in the room is in. Some of them have fallen apart due to age. So the cloth has actually just been here so long that it's started to unravel and fall apart. They're red with a golden trim around them.
So this actually is like an ancestor of this asshole.
Well, you wouldn't know anything like that. But what Taliesin was remembering when he came down, and as he read the thoughts of the necromancer, it's like he was complaining about the fact that he doesn't know Goblin, and he can't believe that it's their language that is written here. And what you would see is over the stone arch, there is a phrase in Goblin.
I assume Talison's going to translate it.
Well, I want to read it in my head first before I want to like read an
Okay.
incantation out loud and fuck something.
All right, fair enough. I will type it exactly then instead of writing it out.
I got a dog freaking out downstairs. I'll be right back.
So that was a
Sorry, I did not plan on typing this up. Oh, of course I didn't do that right. You ever type so much on a Mac that when you go to like copy and paste on something else, just you go to do it
year
in
for the
Windows?
Windows button.
Yeah, every time. The first time I sit down to copy paste on either.
When
one,
that was
I have to
happening
do
with
that.
me in high school, I just started right-clicking blocks of text and picking copy and paste.
So
'cause that
since
works
you,
everywhere.
yeah.
And then they
So
made it
Taliesin,
right-click on Macs.
So Taliesin, as you see this, you are able to read it, knowing the language of Goblin. Although you would note that it actually is very uncommon to see it written. It's kind of a specialized like thing. It's very often, and as you know, most goblins keep an oral history. So the fact that there's something written down in their languages is rare.
All right. Hang on. Let me read this.
Anybody want to help Sparkle Gem with those casket lids?
I mean, I'll make another strength check while they're busy doing other things.
I will attempt one as well. I
Okay.
am intrigued.
I
Go
can
ahead,
too.
move your guy over one. Let's
So-
pick one.
Taliesin, while you guys are doing that, Talison's gonna, after he reads it, he's gonna tell everyone. So somebody named Grimouche,
Mhm.
it basically says fear all who enter here, and then some guy named Grimouche is chosen king.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I see in there. Yes,
and
chosen
their-
king.
And their sworn charges may enter. I don't. It's some sort of secret chamber, but I don't know how to open it based on this text. Does it say anything?
Someone want to give me either a religion or a history check for who Grimouche might
Which
be, or if
would
we
you
remember.
prefer? I have a +3 in history and a +3 in religion. I don't know where anyone else is sitting.
I'm actually worse in both of those, despite being a cleric, because I don't know.
So
Because
I'm,
they're
looking at
int
wizard.
based.
I'm looking up public domain epic music for us, so we have a soundtrack.
All right, so give
Nice.
me a second.
You know, if you compile a list of those and put them in like a 2BitPunks thing somewhere, I can run them.
I don't think my 11 is going to know much on history, or
Jerk.
my 13 on a door.
Jerk and Sparkle Gem, as you're attempting to open these crypts, Godwald, you're unable to lift it. Obviously, this heavy stone thing. Sparkle Gem's just been struggling with the corner until she finally pushes the lid off. And Jerk, you're able to find some purchase and open up. Also, I think you have a crowbar too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that would have given you advantage. Say you open it up. You guys see inside skeletons and nothing else. You guys have heard this name in the campaign, so I was just kind of hoping that it's like somebody would like get the role before. But I'll just tell you. Well, I'll tell whoever rolled it highest. So Sparkle Gem, if you hear Taliesin say some guy named Gramosh, you'd be like, wait a minute. Isn't that one of the... There you go, with advantage. Taliesin, you'd remember that this is one of the ancient goblin deities. So he's probably referring to Goblin King.
We know that guy.
Can I?
I mean, not the goblins. I'm sorry. The zombies. Let's go get him.
Just upon just general investigation of the room too, and then
I would
like
say, can I
especially
do
with your go ahead.
an
Investigation.
investigation roll to see if there is like anything off put in on this room? Because he did mention
Sure.
a sealed door or secret chamber.
Yeah. So what?
Lost your audio, Jared. Lost everybody's audio. Uh-oh.
Lock, but banded metal over wood doors, and they're freestanding. They are not attached to the wall. You might also, from Taliesin's roll before, you might recognize that the banner with the eyes and the teeth is something similar to what you've seen with the Kragmaws, though you've only seen the teeth kind of painted on something. You've never quite seen this exact symbol before with this eye over it as well.
I vote we go get Droop and have him tell us all this, like, figure this crap out for us.
Guys, do you?
Or
Okay, there we go. Yeah, we definitely need to go get Droop. He, I think, is the key to opening this thing. And then, I want to turn into, I guess, a wolf, and like I can say that I'm gonna go get him, and then like turn into a wolf to run back.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't take you much time to leave out there. Is everybody else staying downstairs? Is everybody else staying downstairs?
I'll go with.
Yeah, I'll go too. Why not?
So are we going to leave Godwall alone with the creepy necromancer?
in the
I
tomb.
mean,
If
purposely-
Godwald's staying
I
down here,
purposely turned into a wolf so that I could run and you guys could just stay there because
All right.
I'm gonna be.
I mean, I'm tiny enough with Droop that we both could fit on your back. Goblins do double wolves all the time.
I'm just gonna stay here then. I'll stay here with Godwald.
Okay. So whoever remained in the tomb, kind of as you might be like hanging out waiting for them for a little bit, you would notice that the skeletons inside of here are not human. And roll me a survival check to see if you recognize what they are. Taliesin, and did Sparkle Gem go too? I can't remember.
Yeah, she said she did.
I
Okay.
guess so.
Yeah, I did. I muted myself. Sorry.
So, I mean, Taliesin would probably get there first if his dashing and movement's going to be a lot higher. But shortly following behind is a short-legged gnome who brings up the rear. And when you reapproach the cart, you notice Droop is sitting there, and he's killed and cleaned several small animals that are hanging from the cart. He's gotten dinner together for you guys.
Aww.
He's sitting
Aw.
there.
I think the objective. Sorry, not to interrupt, but I think the objective was for Sparkle Gem to ride me.
Oh, sure. That's fine.
Yeah,
You're
can't talk, so-
she's okay. You're a size larger than her, right? Because you're medium.
yeah, still size larger. I'm
You're
small.
small.
So.
I think it still works. Yeah. All right. Let me see. You could hold her. I'm not gonna make you do any kind of checks or anything at the moment. But you guys arrive there. As you pull up to the cart, one of the first things you'd notice is Droop sitting at the behind on the driver's seat of the cart. He's cleaning the blades of the scimitars that you've given him. He's got several small animals being there, but also as you approach, you notice that surrounding the cart is a circle of blood with several glyphs drawn on the ground and outside of the circle in general. And he's sitting there and he looks up at you and so he's good? Yes? Kind of curious.
I'm gonna. Talison's gonna kind of like look up at Sparkle Gem and be like, "Huh," and like.
Yeah, I'm going to like jump off Taliesin, and before even going into the circle, can I do a Arcana check on the glyphs themselves to see what their like intent of magic is, that type of deal? Because I don't trust glyphs.
Sure. Yeah, go right ahead.
19.
Doesn't seem to be anything magical about it, but Droop's done it as a
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
with the
definitely Droop
purpose.
did it.
he has followed what he believed your orders were is protect the cart. So yeah,
Oh, that's adorable. He's using
drawn-
He's using
it-
this backwards magic to keep the cart safe.
he's trying.
Right.
What he believes. What he believes.
I
right?
mean, it definitely warded me away, and it's my cart.
Right. Wow, yeah, that would work on some humanoids who are like, oh shit, what the fuck is this?
Right?
I'm gonna back off now. Yeah, that's good stuff. But yeah, he's there and he's good. Yes. He says to you,
Everything's
Sparkle
fine,
Gem, you're
Droop.
riding a wolf.
Everything's fine, Droop, but we kind of need your expertise down in the bottom of the well with us. We've already cleared all the enemies out, so you'll be safe.
Kind of see his face scrunch up at the word, and he's like, Expertos? Expertos? He wiggles his foot at you.
Taliesin is gonna start scratching into the dirt.
He, like-
kneeing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so he gets that you wanted him to come with him. He didn't understand
Yeah.
the word expertise.
Yeah.
Expert
So-
toes, and so I'll wiggle
expert
my
toes?
toes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, wiggle my toes back in the boot.
Yeah, he wiggles his foot at you. You wiggle back at him. He's like, all right. Jumps down with his scimitars in hand, leaving the cart behind, and follows you if you lead him down.
Well, we're gonna put him back on Taliesin, I assume.
Yeah.
Unless we both could ride Taliesin at the same time, like originally thought.
I don't know.
Too small size. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's too much. You'd have to. I mean, if he's both small and heavy, and we'd have to start doing some weight and strength checks. But just walk back. Nothing. You'll be fine. You guys have plenty of
Okay.
time. There's nothing's blowing up on you.
What if she
We're
like?
patient.
What if she like
I understand.
ties a rope around me like a harness and then like glides on a shield?
Or why don't I just double dash this every round, or just dash this every round, full sprint 50 feet?
I was trying to get you to shield surf, but you know.
Oh, we could do that.
Non-canonically, it works.
So we bring Droop back here, and
Who's back inside?
I
How long
like-
is it hawk last? Is it like all day or 10 minutes
no,
or something?
I think it lasts for like, hang on. It lasts for 1 minute, so it's
Okay. Yeah, so as time's passed. All right.
But I will motion to like kind of like make some wolf noises and like motion towards like the writing above the door.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So you guys kind of just want to.
See if
All right, guys.
Droop knows anything about this.
Hey, everybody! They came back downstairs. Talos is still a wolf. He is growling about and pawing at the ground in front of this upright set of doors at the top of the short set of steps. This is what I'm describing over here. I don't know if you can see this. There's a couple of stairs that lead up to a platform, and then on that platform is a gate door. Also, there is no light in this room, so you've all been operating by darkness. You with dark vision, it's dim, and then you, Godwald, use it. I believe you're still doing your slow movement, owl on the shoulder
Yes.
idea, right? Yeah, and that's what you see here. They're downstairs. Droop comes down and you eat my toes.
I'm just going to wiggle my foot over in Jerk's direction as Droop says that.
I don't need your toes, bud, but thank you.
No, Droop, the write-in around the door. Do you know any? Are these banners? What can you tell us about the information of the goblins that resided here?
You're using big words again.
Lived here.
Okay, so the question was, and Talos will give you a little wolf.
Cool.
Yeah, I basically asked Droop if what information he could give us regarding anything goblin related in this room.
Droop
This
in this room.
And you're kind of
Yeah.
pointing over at the door, being like, "Can you tell us about this?"
Yeah.
And Droop goes
Jumping up and down in front of the door.
over here. And Droop's like, "Droop can read," and he kind of, as he's approaching, and gets up to the doors and standing in front of them, is the moment that you see the writing that is over the arch starts glowing, and you hear it read aloud in both Goblin and Common, and you maybe hear the echoes of other languages as it's going, and it just simply says what is written there, just that the fear all who enter here, in this deep echoing voice. Only Grimmush's chosen king and sworn charges may enter this sacred chamber. And as it's glowing over and reading each word in various languages, Droop's crown begins to shine. A light that previously no light in here starts shining brighter and brighter and brighter until Droop's body itself is covered in light. You guys can no longer stare directly at him. And as it fades, you see that he has become a different creature.
What?
Still trying to
Droop
get-
is evolving? Da, 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 da,
Damn.
da, da.
Oh, he's so
Alright.
cute and fuzzy!
This is our big bugbear friend Droop now.
Da, 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 da.
You notice that he's probably the largest bugbear you've ever seen up to this day, though you are all familiar with bugbears as you have killed many of them. Though Droop having a crown on his head, now standing much taller, his weapons kind of just moves slightly, looks around at all of you, and he speaks with a clarity in common that he has never spoken with before.
Hell yeah.
I am here. I am king. Kneel before me and swear loyalty. And you notice that the crown is kind of like spinning just barely above his head as it is lightly illuminated casting the only light in the room.
So if we don't, well, here's the thing: if we swear ourselves to Droop, we could all go in through there.
Or we
I
could
mean,
run.
or Sparkle Gem just squeals and hugs, like wraps around his one leg with her entire body and goes, "You're so cute and fuzzy."
Yeah, he's much bigger than you now.
Yeah, like I said, just wrap my entire body around his leg and just be like, "You're so cute and fuzzy."
And do you start climbing?
He just kind of like, as you grab his leg, he sort of grabs your head, and you notice that the size of his hand is like, as you know, covers a large portion of your head. He tilts your head back and looks down at you, and he says, "Kneel before me and swear loyalty."
Well, Droop is scary now.
Allison's gonna sit down.
That's right. You can't really kneel. Can a dog kneel?
I mean,
Can a dog kneel? Can a dog
Dog
kneel? I
can,
mean,
like,
not
bow.
really.
would the begging pose work for this situation?
No, I mean a dog could technically bow by like keeping its back legs standing and then just go down on its front two paws like it's stretching out.
I think I've heard of that sort of thing when a dog is facing downward. What do you call that?
Come on.
Yeah. I
Downward
mean,
dog, we get it.
I don't really know this is plausible for you to be kneeling, but it's certainly not going to be plausible for you to speak and swear loyalty to him in Wolf.
Would he
I
not?
suppose you could.
Would he
I
not?
mean, I don't know if the
Get
you
my-
know the magic doesn't care about what language you speak it in. So if the wolf as a wolf, you could
Yeah.
speaking wolf. Yeah,
So
the magic doesn't care.
Jerk
Okay.
gets down on one knee, gives him a wink, and says, "Mutual loyalty, bud."
Mutual loyalty, bud. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and swear loyalty as a tear drops down out the corner of my eye. From pure like
Like
intimidation.
Hmm.
what's the phrase? I heard mutual loyalty, buddy, or bud, and he kneels. I basically need to know if you're doing it and what you say. If
I'm
you're
saying-
not doing it, I don't know. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. What
I'll
you say.
just follow and with Jerk and be like, "Yeah, mutual loyalty."
Mutual loyalty.
Ohana means family.
Oh God.
Talison's gonna howl as a sign of respect.
This is howling sign of respect. What would be the words in? It's important. Obviously, it's important. So, what would be the words in Wolf that you're saying that this howl means?
He's gonna say, "I've always believed in you. I won't stop now."
Okay, and you're swearing loyalty with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
I always
saying
believed in you. Okay, Godwald.
Let's see, on a 15, yeah, I'll genuflect, and seeing the people in front of me do that, so partly out of fear, partly out of circumstances, like as long as you are my ally, your life I shall preserve.
Your life I shall preserve. Okay. I would say the only one of those that doesn't actually sound like it. You're swearing loyalty is the "I've always believed in you." Seems like trying to get around it. As everyone else
No,
kneels,
How
then
believing in somebody is like saying I believe in you, like I will follow you, like I believe in that's like
Everything you do and you as a
yeah,
person.
like I believe in you, man. Like I'll support you and follow you.
okay, this is kind of in terms of like a knight swearing fealty to a king, right? Like
So, like,
to say
so
like you're a great king is
I'll swear fealty, I guess.
okay.
it's
So,
like
Fealties.
Taliesin, would you swear that your faith in Droop will never waver?
right.
Yeah, I mean
Dude, you just save us like from him being, pointing at you again and saying kneel. So what happens as everyone bows in their fashion before Droop and swears loyalty to him in some fashion or another, you all feel a searing pain in your right hand, except for Taliesin on your right wolf paw, I suppose. as the mark that you've seen on the banners, the
The
jagged
eye on the
teeth
teeth.
with the eye above it, is burned into your hand. You all take 1 point of burning damage. And as the sting settles in, and you realize that something has bound you now to Droop, the doors open up behind him.
The
Bright
doors
light
that don't
shining
seem
through.
to go anywhere.
Right. All you can see through them is a bright shining light, and Droop turns after saying, "Come, my charges," and he walks through the gate, and you don't see him any longer. Oh wait, I had a token for him. I mean, I
What?
showed you his picture, but there was a token for him too. Look, it's Droop.
That's a big token.
Right.
Yes. Well, they're always big when you put them on there. But anyways,
So,
I guess I'll
Carlton will walk
follow.
in behind
so
him.
is King Droop medium-sized?
yeah, Droop is a bugbear, though a very large bugbear, but he's still medium-sized. He stands probably, like I said, larger than any other that you'd seen. So he's probably standing like 6.5 feet tall.
That's all right. So you're saying this gate is illuminating the entire room?
We can
Yeah.
now walk through it too. So
I'll dismiss
well-
the owl.
Droop can. Okay. Dismiss the owl, and I'm assuming you move forward as well.
Carefully stepping around the carcass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow him through.
All right.
Yeah.
As everyone steps through the gate, you suddenly feel kind of nauseous in a way.
Sudden
Uh,
disorientation.
Right, like the ground really wasn't there as you had stepped through the door, though everything was a bright light, so you were kind of unable to see. As you kind of flail your legs a little bit at the sudden loss of purchase of your feet, you kind of end up moving a little bit forward and appearing here. And let me get you
we
guys
probably
tokens
should
over
have
here.
sworn alliance to evil deity.
Let me grab you guys tokens from the other map.
I feel like we're
Hmm.
gonna have to have a talk with Jupe about respect when this is all over with.
Yeah,
Or we just kill him.
you all better respect him, I guess.
Oh, he better respect us.
Yeah, that's
like-
kind of what I'm saying. His attitude's changed quite a bit here.
How
Remember,
dare you grab my head, Droop? That's mean.
He just wanted to look you in the eyes. He was making you look him in the eyes. Let me get it. So the map's a
Funny
little
looking
blurry.
goblin.
I obviously set this a bit larger of a thing. Oh, also Godwald, you are no longer attached to that aura, right? Because it's been 10 rounds. Time's passed. A
my
minute of that spell.
It lasts for
my
10
aura
minutes.
is 100. My aura is 100
rounds.
rounds.
10 minutes. 100 rounds. 10 minutes.
So
Was a few minutes to go through that, and a few minutes to talk there. And you're gonna have another minute or so of it here.
I'll agree to that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough. They did rush back to get Drip and rush back.
So I'll
Variety
keep
of
10 rounds
guessing
left,
things. Yeah, all right.
or
leave that-
concentration.
We'll leave that aura on you. Taliesin, you guys standing here. Drip up at your front. I do apologize for the blurriness. I didn't realize I made this at a much larger size, and it's too late to do anything about it. All right. Man, you
Yeah.
guys moving quick today.
All right.
Yeah.
Temple.
All right. So yeah, inside this tomb. Did it? Nobody checked the skeleton. It's in the tomb. So, Jesus.
Yeah, we tried, but you said we found nothing.
The
Well, we
last
didn't
thing
check
we
them
heard was
all
that
either.
like
Go back and check the rest
so-
of them, jerk.
Jerk opened one. It was clearly not humanoid, and then the wolf came back, and we got distracted.
So as you step into this room, anyone want to? Well, it's too late. As you stepped in this room, Droop moving forward onto the platform that he's on, this tile on the ground, it moves underneath his foot. You hear a you hear behind and kind of rumbling from underneath the ground as several things go things that haven't moved in a long time have just been set off, and suddenly torches light down the sides of this hall, illuminating a central area, and as you can see, some other lights casting from the other sides. So let's see, maybe about where you're at, you guys could probably maybe see a little bit more too. Let me give a 65. So yeah, no, it's in light, so 120. So from Taliesin, you can probably see.
Oh,
So I lost your camera, Godwald.
See a
I
little
didn't.
farther there, and from where Jarek is.
we lost Jerk now.
Yeah, I'm reloading.
Oh, okay.
See a little bit farther over there. So you can tell there are a couple other lights and things that have lit up in other portions of the place. The tile on the ground was essentially the light switch that enacted a series of other things, and a large like rumbling from underneath the ground. Like I said, kind of almost like a windmill's wheels turning.
Now I lost everybody's
Large thing
cameras.
Right in front of you, there's a fine rug. There are several columns leading up to a large flight of stairs down at the end of the hall. There's a circle written on the ground, and up the stairs you can see there are a few more lights have given way to. I guess you can all kind of, just because there's light, you can all see.
Hello? Did this Discord transform on me?
It didn't
I think
transfer
it
yet,
did.
but we are
I think it
streaming in
did.
the
It
middle
used-
of a
it
D&D
used to-
game.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
No, that's okay. Yeah, we are streaming, so
Hello, stream.
Hey.
yeah. Thanks, Diamond. Talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Diamond.
See ya.
She seems like an adorable spouse.
She's a sweetie. She played healer with us on the first year we did the Filthy Casuals.
Gotcha.
Anyways, so this massive chamber, the ceiling seems to go up 60 feet, pure stone arch just moving up a series of the walls. No, not 60 feet, like 120 feet, like very high up above you. But they're mostly just stone wall. Yeah, I can see a little bit of that. All right, and wait, did that do that right? Anyways, yeah. So there's pillars lining in the room that you could see off to your right and to the left. That there are other rooms over there. What do you guys do from here? Droop stands at the front. Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Droop stands at the front, crosses his arms, and he says, he looks down and sees that altar at the end. You can see shiny gold things at the top of it.
Can I do
And he gestures and says, I just think I call you knights. Be the goblin version of knights. He says, bring that to me.
Can I do like a perception to see like what it is?
Or general perception for checking traps and all that crap too.
You guys want to roll me some perception checks? I'll take those now.
It's 27, 26.
Sorry, I was in the middle of typing.
I got a 17.
15.
Yeah, I don't know. Horrible. 11.
Okay. All right. Well, Taliesin, as you're looking far down at the end of the hall, you see a table draped in a golden cloth. Oh, also, this room itself is, I kind of forgot to describe it, like the stench of death that you left behind you does not permeate into this room. Also, the glowing gate that had opened behind you is now closed. As well, the air itself is like thick with humidity, and it's actually quite warm in here. You all feel kind of clammy and sweaty. Taliesin, down the end of the hall, as an altar, you see several candles, which have became lit. There are two large, I'm just going to call them fire pits because I can't remember the name right now. Off to the left, the braziers. Yes, braziers. To the left and to the right of this potential, they're carrying very, very large flames. These are like 10 foot by 10 flames shooting, fire in a 6 to 8 feet up into the air. Outside of everything appearing to be stone, the carpet sitting in front of you seems like an oddity out of the room. And you do notice a circle with runes written around it in the center of the room there. That's what this is. Oop, I put the little bing, bing. From there. Right, from there, that's about what you can see.
Okay.
All right, what order should we act in?
I will say avoid
guys
the
wanna-
griff and the rug.
Right. Do you guys want to roll initiative and then go by that order, or do you just want to go like right to left or left to right?
Why don't we just go like one at a time, say what we want to do?
Okay. I usually go left to right, so let's go right to left, unless Jerk's not there, and then we'll swap it. It's Jerk.
All right. I'm gonna hang back and let someone else go. Actually, I'll approach, but I'm not grabbing anything.
Just say like your movement at like 30 feet roughly, right? Like where would you go in 30 feet before somebody else would do something?
30 feet? Yeah, it'd be about here.
All right. You walk over the rug.
Yeah.
Nothing happens when you step over the rug.
I would like to take another look around and see if there's anything we didn't notice before.
Oh yeah, I'll light it up a little bit more. But you do notice that as you step there, that something feels very off. Something feels very strange to you. You don't quite think you could put your finger on it, but you feel strange stepping in here, almost like when you kind of stand up too fast and something, like the blood is just sort of rushing and missing from your head. You're
I
just
want
like,
to
"Whoa, what?"
ask. I want to ask Drew what's up. Like, hey, I feel funny. What's happening? What is this place?
And Droop kind of looks around, says, "I've never been here before. This doesn't seem like it's Goblin, though."
I also want to ask him how he's feeling. I'd be like, you got a lot bigger, bud. How you feeling?
Better than ever.
I
And
don't.
he pounds his chest.
You haven't forgotten how you got that crown, have you? When I swore fealty, that goes both ways, right?
She goes, what's going to be, hold on.
I'll say if Jerk's going to be an asshole, or not Jerk, but Droop's going to be an asshole about this, we could just end him now.
You could just that sounds like something you just laugh at, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, you asked him how he's feeling, he's better than ever, and you're like, you remember how you got that crown, right? And like, really kind of.
No, I'm not getting shitty.
Like, what do you do?
I
What are
wasn't-
you
I wasn't
saying? Then?
threatening
What are you saying?
I'm just
It
asking.
sounds like it. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah, kind of like, hey, do you still respect us now that you're a big boy? Because yeah, I swore fealty to you, and I expect that to go both ways. Like I'm not being an ass, but I'm like being like kind of gentle and nice about it. But that's the point I want to get across, or the question I want to get across.
So he basically, looks to you and says, what word am I going to use instead of knight? I'm going to use Templar. A Templar charge follows his king. He stands there waiting for you to get him that thing that he's pointed at up ahead. Godwald, you're up.
Hmm. I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I don't like who Droop's become. Is there an? Can we like leave? Is
How
the
weird?
entrance still there?
How weirded out am I by all this?
I don't know, man.
How weirded out do you feel?
Significantly weirded out.
All right.
I choose to drop concentration on my buff and replace it with another buff.
You're going to drop concentration on your buff and replace it with another buff.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
You're kind of in a magical realm. You're going to feel it all over, I would assume.
Sorry, this is not doing the thing I wanted to do. Jeez, that took too long. Okay, so Godwall, as you cast Detect Magic, from your vantage point, that lets you'll kind of see like a faint aura around things, right?
You see a faint aura around any visible creature object in a 30-foot radius that bears magic.
So from where you're at, as you would kind of like look around you, the only thing that seems magical is the gate behind you. Well, actually, no. Yeah, in a 30-foot radius. Yep.
And this will also last 100 rounds. And
We could do that, right? We could put a 30-foot aura on you for detect magic. It's concentration, but
I could just make one with this.
I wonder if you could bind it to his token, so when his token moves,
he can though.
Yeah,
we did it
I'll
with
just
we did it with the
expand that.
last one.
So how's
Oh, you
that?
just expanded up to 30.
I'll
Okay.
be back in a second.
Is it a 30
Yeah.
foot radius or?
It says within 30 feet of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a radius 30, not a diameter. Diameter 60.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if there's nothing obviously weird about the whole rug thing to detect
No.
magic, then I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and meet up with Jerk.
As you stand there, you notice that the spell you cast has disappeared. You're
So when I step
longer
past the
able-
rug,
Mm-hmm.
so when I s- so with the one so when
Yeah,
I'm at the
right-
rug, it's fine.
right
But when I
about-
step past the rug, it's stripped away from me.
Yeah, right about where roughly where the rug is. That's not a bad indicator.
Huh? That's a weird thing.
Yeah. You also kind of notice a feeling about like a head rush, like you've stood up too quickly as you passed through into this area.
Brett. Nope. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to use the restroom.
All right, I pass.
All right.
My turn.
Yeah.
I really don't like Jerk's new, or I don't like Droop's new attitude. So I'm really debating on if I just turn around and walk right through the exit gate and go, sounds like your problem if you want it.
You said it was closed.
Oh, was it closed? Damn.
Yeah.
Dropped if you
close behind you.
What if you present your dark mark or something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, the inscription said who could go through, not who could go back.
And we don't. Has anybody done perception checks on to see if they're. No, because we're not close enough to the runes and glyphs to see exactly what they say.
Mine was bad.
I mean, I rolled like a 26, but I just saw that they were there. He didn't give me any information.
Right. Well, I assume we're not close enough to decipher them, and that's why he didn't tell us. We're there, so.
Because you're like 60 feet away from that. You're 160 feet away from the
Plus
altar.
elevation.
I mean, but on the altar, you saw those braziers playing. Actually, pretty decent sight on your wolf as well. You see items, like a series of candles, and then what seems to be like maybe from your perspective, like a large golden plate, and that's the thing that Droop pointed at, saying, "Bring that to me." But Sparkle Gem, you enter there
Yeah, I'm gonna go that way.
as you
I would say
pass.
checking for traps and everything with each step because I don't trust any of this shit.
What was your
Crap.
perception? It was crap.
Was it an 11?
Well, technically.
Okay,
It's
so
average.
yeah, so Sparkle Gem, as you enter into this area as well, you see that there's you get this feeling like all the blood just left your brain. You've stood up too fast. You're a little lightheaded as you're going, and you feel pretty weird. But you're also able to see a little farther over here now too. So let's give you this room as well, and about.
Wait, we don't have to make any saving throws for this?
Oh,
Have to. You mean don't get to?
and then I'll just give you guys this too. That should
There's
clear
a-
that all up off the middle area, right? So those pillars, they do go all the way up to the ceiling, 100 and
Yeah, I
say 120,
assume.
160 feet or something. The torches probably like 15 feet up. They're lighting this main hall. But Sparkle Gem, from your point of view, and now Godwald, where you're seeing too, you're able to see these off to the right at this angle. And maybe you guys could have seen a little bit of this before, but there are two what appear to be like a table structure with a cloth draped over it, and there are more circles and runes written around it. Several small torches around the, let's say, maybe tombs. You've actually just pulled the lid off of something else similar, so you maybe recognize the structure. And several lights have lit around those as well, and you see that there are more similar markings to some things you saw maybe on the outside of the gate. Oh, you don't really know anything
Can
about
I
it.
make a knowledge arcana to see if that's a summoning circle, a binding circle, or am I too far away for that? Like what type of magic that glyph would produce?
Okay, you can do an arcana check. See like if that's some kind of seems like a magical rune, or on these.
Yeah,
On this
like
notice
it.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, to see if it's magical and summoning, or well, depending on how high I roll. These dice stuck today for me. I'm gonna go crawl in a corner and cry.
Unlike some
That's
of the
an
things,
8.
unlike some of the scribbles and the bloody scribbles that Droop was doing around the cart, he actually, these seem like there may be an actual magical spell.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, unless I'm allowed to dash, that I'm not going to do anything else.
You mean,
Yeah.
Arcana checks your action. It's Talison's turn.
Yep.
Talison, Wolfman.
All right, so he's going to. So I'm gonna move up there and do I guess, investigation on this coffin thing.
All right, hold on just 1 second.
Wait, which
Sorry,
coffin thing?
and I apologize. Sometimes I'm a little slower than I'd like to be.
Are you talking about this rug here? Or
The rug? That's a rug. Yeah, we've covered that. It's a rug.
They've already stomped all over it. I don't think there's much significance in the rug.
I'm not investigating the rug.
Where are you? What are you investigating?
The thing I keep putting my marker on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, you know, sometimes I go to other screens. You're at 60 feet away from it for investigating it. You're gonna have to get closer
Okay.
to do an investigation of the circle.
I wouldn't walk through a magic circle either. I would like stay on the outside of it
I
and
mean,
not touch it.
I can't get that close to it.
Okay, that's fine.
This is as far as I can get.
Okay.
Um,
I mean, as you go to it, from about there, you want to roll me your investigation roll. You recognize the runes are goblin. Again, kind of surprising to see it in a written language. It's
can I read?
rarely in a written language. Get closer in your next turn.
All right.
You're now at like 30 feet away on an angle on a floor. It's kind of tough. But yeah, so if that's where you're at,
Yeah.
let's see. So Droop, you know, he's now you guys have started to move in, and he's started to kind of sort of pace things around here and just kind of move back and forth. But as you're noticing, as he gets closer to the gate, it starts to glow. As he steps away from it, the glowing fades.
So we're trapped in here unless he opens it for us.
You've seen what you've seen. All right, well, then it'd be Jerk. Lost Taliesin, you got anything else you'd like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else. I did action and movement.
Okay.
All right. So
From where you're standing, Taliesin, you did not experience these odd feelings like everyone else did.
All right, so I'm gonna come up to here.
So right inside the circle?
No, because then I'm gonna use my dash action to go.
Because you're standing right on the circle.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my dash and go through it.
You're running over it.
Yeah.
All right. As you run over the circle, I'm gonna need you to roll me a perception check. With disadvantage because you're running.
So 11. If I have disadvantage, I don't get my modifier.
Disadvantage is a D20, so
Yeah,
you still get your mod
just like advantage, but you pick the lower of the two.
Okay.
instead of the higher.
Okay, so 11 plus 3. 14.
14.
Mhm.
All right. Roll me a Dex saving throw.
All right. 11, and then my saving throw modifier is a +6 now.
So you get total.
17.
So hold on a sec. Sorry. So as you reach here and you step on it, as your foot goes down to make a step, you feel the stone give way underneath you, and you're able to dodge back just barely. Kind of take a quick step back, well, flip and twist because you were as your dash went, and then you notice that the circle now just drops down and drops and drops and drops, and you kind of can look over the edge as you see it go down into darkness and hear a thud down on the ground. After the hole in the ground then falls, the stairs that are here at the top systematically start dropping down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of the stairs are starting to dissipate. So, the stairs are now flat ground, and above that is a 20-foot wall up that the stairs used to lead up to, with the altar above them now. And this is a pit in the ground. There's a big old hole. It looked like the ground before. It was virtually indistinguishable from the ground itself.
Was he able to get past it though?
He was able to
Save his skin.
save his skin and not fall down the pit. Yeah. I mean, you would still have movement potentially. So, however far you were, and that's as far as you got.
I kind of
go
feel like
around the pit
I kind of feel like I would have jumped the rest of the way.
with all of your jumping ability.
Yeah, all my jumping ability because I could jump plus several feet. Where is it?
All right, yeah, with your special class feature and the fact that you were dashing, and we can say that you just made it the rest of the way over
Okay.
over the hole
So where do I end up at?
because you made the save, though you didn't see it. You know that you felt it sinking out from underneath you, and that's where you gave yourself one last push to jump over. From there, like I said, all the stairs that were here have collapsed now, and they are now just a smooth floor with a kind of railing off to the side. And on either side of the railing, there are suits of armor.
Okay, well, I turn around and I just look at Droop and I give him the nastiest stink eye he's ever seen. I call him an asshole. I'm like, did you know that was going to happen?
He's never been here before.
He literally just said that he's never
Yeah.
been here before.
Well, why isn't he coming to get this thing?
It says, "No, knave."
Oh, boy.
You swore loyalty to this guy, and you immediately turn on it. You're like, no, I
No.
fucking had the scar in my hand. It doesn't mean shit.
All right.
I like it. Great. So you're fighting with Droop now.
No, I'm not fighting with him. I'm just angry that he's
Wait.
treating us with such little respect. All right. So I'll
You treat him with
stay.
zero respect back. I don't know what you expect.
So
It's like
I
you
see.
smack the dwarf and you want him to like blow you still. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand.
So what you're saying is, the moment that Jerk stepped onto the circle, it became a pit.
Right. It was a physical
So
mechanism.
it's a trap.
So the whole thing is a
Physical
pit now.
mechanism before. The whole thing is a pit now.
Okay.
And there were so many ways to avoid it by walking around it in any way, shape, or form.
I didn't feel like
You
it.
know, kind of like I asked everyone to do.
Well, if I didn't
I'll
trigger it there, we would have triggered it at the steps anyways.
Not necessarily.
How do you reckon?
Traps typically only have one trigger, maybe two, but if it's pressure weighted, it's stepping in that circle would have triggered the pressure.
All
of the
right, what's
way
done
I
is
doubt being at the
done.
base of the stairs would. You're a rogue. You
And-
should know how the mechanics of a trap.
As you look around this, it's not just as you look around this place. You don't know if your normal feelings would apply here, but yeah, no, it was an interesting choice to go right over the circle.
I would like to move 6 squares to here.
Okay. Still feel a bit lightheaded, but as you're approaching there, you see you also pulling off one of the tombs. It looks like a tomb surrounded in a circle with runes, and several lights have been lit around that. You still feel a little lightheaded there?
And I'd like to cast guidance on myself and see if it sticks.
Find you're unable to do so.
All right, that's my action. That's my turn.
All right. Sparkle Gem. You just watched Jerk give himself a running dash over the pit. But what became a pit over that ruined circle in the ground. You probably could hear the stairs collapsing from where you're at. I don't know if you have a good sight line on it. Down from there, you're able to see, if you're facing just down there, you see this suit of armor.
Okay, I thought it was muted, but it wasn't. Yeah, I'm just going to slowly. Let's hear. Go out there and just peek around this corner as much as I can. I'm ignoring Jerk and his antics. For
Yeah.
once.
All right, just peeking a little around the corner. You're closer to that thing. You can see runes. You have no idea the language that they're written in. And from your line of sight, I'll just give it to you. You're able to see in. It's a level floor from here. You see a familiar shape of a tomb. And that's what you can see from there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in this little corner of the room, because now you've come around the corner.
Duh. I'm debating on if I should just say skip it and dash. Yeah. 20. Yep. I'm just gonna go right there and completely avoid that circle demon thingy. I'm using my action or my bonus action to dash quick and then just
Dash,
chill
and
in.
you're about there. Okay.
Yeah.
So your line of sight gives you some indicators of the space that you've just entered. You can see kind of into each of these. I'll just give you the whole area now while you're here. I don't have to just keep doing this.
I'll say
Very similar to the space you were outside. There's a hallway, 6 torches lit. They go up about 15 feet from the ground, and they clearly illuminate these tombs. And on the tomb, actually, on the top of these is the stone visage of a creature. Its face filled with a variety of sharp teeth, very large lips, look like fish's eyes. No ears, no hair. And it's dressed in robes with its hands crossed over itself.
can I make some type of check to see if I recognize this creature from any folklore or anything at all?
From folklore? Yeah, history.
Okay. $18.
Not only do you not recognize it as anything that you would have been, seeing in any of the kind of, arcane tomes you've poured through, but it actually surprises you that you haven't recognized. You're like, this is really strange. This is actually, I'm not quite sure, and you don't feel quite sure that this is a creature that exists in the Faerun, the world of Faerun.
Okay.
Survival check
So-
would also do something similar.
I didn't hear what you said.
A survival check would also give us something similar from other
Yeah.
people, by the way, but you did yours. So, yeah, but in here, you see more tombs. At the end of the hall, you see a flight of stairs that goes up about 20 feet, and you can't quite see over that. Well, you can see that there is a space above it without any walls. So,
Alright.
above here, that you can see that there is something. You just can't see what from
Well,
the angle.
Running off combat interactions, I've used everything I could, so it would be Talison's turn.
Taliesin, you still a wolf?
Yep. I'm gonna walk over to the tomb, being careful to stay outside of this circle on the left-hand side of it, I guess, or I guess the if this is cardinal directions, west side of it.
Yeah, I just try and do that. So north, south, east, and west apply. Yeah, okay. So you're off to the west side of it here.
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
gonna try and read these runes, or I guess I can just read them because they're in Goblin.
Yeah, you recognize it in Goblin, and you recognize that in between some runes that are just in some kind of wizard shorthand, you don't understand it. There are words that are written and go around the circle, and they they read they read, "Here lies the shield, protecting treasures of Grimouche." Yep.
All right. And then I guess I would. I'll roll investigation on the actual. Or yeah, I guess. Yeah, just invest. I don't want to see like what. I'm trying to see if I can step across this circle if it's gonna hurt me or like what the deal is with this whole thing.
If it's a protection spell, summoning spell, blah blah blah, so on and so forth.
You'd understand that there's some magic to it. Some of it is writing other pieces of runes, and
Okay, so I guess
you're
I'll
familiar
roll
enough with Goblin.
on the actual because you said it was like it looks like it might have some stuff on it. Is that correct?
There are several candelabras. There's a drapery over the tomb, which, unlike uh, the tombs that were outside the area, this seems to be in perfect shape. It's a very fine cloth and the same colors, red and gold trim, golden tassels along the parts that are draping over it.
Okay. So I've got kind of an idea of the deal here. I will move. I'm gonna move this way, and Godwall's over there. He can't read Goblin.
I don't feel like it's gonna step over the circle, anyways.
No, but I want to know what it says because it's kind of a guess.
Oh, I got you.
So I'm just gonna bark to try to get people's attention and kind of make like a worried growl sound. Point with pointing my nose towards the casket.
Oh, wolfish bark kind of fills the chamber. You guys notice that sound travels incredibly well here. So his shout is easily heard by all of you. And then as soon as it actually exits, as it stops howling and the barking, wolves bark. Anyways, I never really thought of a wolf barking, but I just don't know. That becomes very quiet, and you recognize exactly how quiet it is. There's no ambient sound. And whoever's eating, could you mute your mic so I'm not listening to your plate, please? Thank you.
And then I haven't used my actual action.
No, not really. Yeah, you just read the
I've only
thing.
done movement.
Yeah,
Can I use my dash action?
Sure, you double your movement. Well, what's left of it?
I guess I had 10 feet of movement left, so that would be 20.
Okay.
So I'll, yeah.
So you kind of bark, and a howl, hoping to get everyone's attention. Like I said, everyone heard that easily. And now I understand how eerie and quiet it is here. No running water, no breeze, no dripping condensation, despite the extreme heat in the room and the humidity. All right, Jerk, we're back to your turn again.
All right, I want to investigate this.
Oh, sorry, that's just a faded little number. There's nothing there. This is a tile.
Oh, okay. Well,
The
then,
original thing had some numbers on it. I will make sure I point those out in the future. Like this, that's just a number. It's on a map.
It probably is like a number that tells him which footnote to read for descriptions.
okay.
It does. Exactly it. There's one over here. I do apologize for these. I apologize for this map quality too. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I don't blame massive amounts of pain medication. But, it's my fault anyways. So yeah, you're now kind of like walking a 20-foot wall up down at the end of the hall.
Sorry,
This
it's
is armor.
9. Can we take a break?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, did we also want to switch over to Discord quick so that way we could get Jerk having everyone's video back?
But it's upward.
Here we go. Look at that. Everybody's real
So you s-
big.
That's actually probably nice for the stream, or looks better on the stream.
Yuck. It's blocking out some of the text, but that's fine. Yeah, we should just do it that way.
What?
Just do a call. It's just
Yeah,
easy.
you like it better that way.
It's easier overall. Oh, hey, and we might be able to do the double screen Destiny if you're ever up for it again.
Yeah, we'll try it.
Yeah. We'll try one more time. Yeah, even like with the cam completely gone, it's still. We'll just have my little squirrel picture.
Yeah. Who did we stop at before we?
Me, it was.
There
my
was a
turn.
wolf barking.
Okay, I can't go by the camera anymore. So it was Jurek Sima Godwald Taliesin.
Yeah.
No.
Group. What? No?
All the portraits are in the same order on Roll20 still, if that helps.
Yeah, so we started with Jerk. We're going right to left this time because I usually go left to right. So we went Jerk, Godwald, Sparkle Gem, Taliesin. Gotcha. You can just tell me, Oz, if you're like, no, it's Jerk, Godwald, Sparkle Gem, Taliesin. I know because it's on Roll20. That's cool. Thank you.
Which one is the? How can I figure out how far I can move? Like, how do you do that line?
The fourth tool on Roll20 is the ruler.
Oh,
The default
Look at
setting is
that.
snap to center of boxes.
okay.
It is really useful.
Someone's just wrecking shop over there.
He's doing dishes, so you want to be able to hear us.
So, apparently in Germany, police just found like 3 people in a Bavarian hotel.
Oops.
Just shot to death with crossbow bolts.
Like just now in modern era?
Yeah, like
It's a silent weapon.
May 13th. So yeah, today actually.
It's Helsing.
Yeah, they were vampires. No,
I mean, with all the other common diseases coming, or like vaccinated diseases coming back, vampire, you know? Why don't we start believing in vampires again? Fuck it. All right.
yeah,
Is everyone back?
this is another hotel guest who is staying in the hotel for a short break told the local newspaper that it had been a completely quiet night.
So you don't hear
Oh.
crossbow just
Right.
going nuts in the other room and people
That was a
screaming.
bad- That was a bad joke.
What?
All right. So we all back?
I think so.
All right. So
I just finished, so yeah, I'm done.
All right, so Jerka is. I'm sorry, I apologize. You're like, what is this thing? And it is a
It is a number.
number. It is a number on a map. I do apologize for those.
That's-
I will try and point them out. They are in each area.
All right. So I'm just gonna kind of we use my interaction to, since sound travels really well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna yell back. I'm gonna need some help with these suits of armor when they come alive, and then move 30 feet forward.
Remember, stairs collapse.
He
Yeah,
also doesn't take move reduction when he climbs.
it's a 20 foot jump though. I don't think I could make that. I can try though. I use my dash to get. I'm assuming so. This is all flat.
Yeah, everywhere you see the stairs, so this whole
All right, so I'm gonna use my dash to get right there in front of
this
the
whole
wall,
area. Okay.
and
As you approach up the wall, you see it is very smooth stone, though there are places where these extremely large stones meet. They seem to be about every 5 feet up, so those like 4 very large bricks going up.
okay. Well, I used both my movement and my bonus. So
Yeah, I'm
next
just letting you know what you see.
okay, next turn I'll start climbing, but that's it for me right now.
All right, Godwald, you're approaching the glowing circular tomb to the north.
I would like to spend the first half of my move going 1, 2, 3, staying outside the circle, and spend my action to roll something to try and figure out the purpose or significance of this circle.
I think we've been over it. It's some type of magical glyph.
Investigation roll.
Would it be investigation?
Yeah, I mean,
That's fair. Never mind.
Taliesin on his side, he went down and read,
Yeah.
read them. Had some idea here. Godwall's trying to discern the purpose of it, so an investigation roll would give us that.
And that's with a -1, so
Mhm.
that's really bad.
I mean, you kind of look at it, and considering your circumstances, how you've gotten here, and the pit in the floor that kind of appeared when Jerk stepped over another or similar looking circle, you think, oh, this is probably bad.
I'll just spend the rest of my move going 1, 2, 3, and take a look over whatever this corridor is,
Okay.
and pass.
Well, actually, so there are stairs that go about 20 feet up, which
Huh.
you're right in front of. So you can really see above them. The flight of stairs stands,
All right, then that's it.
several feet above you. All right. And Talis, or no, God, or
Me.
yep. Thank you, Simon.
Me.
Pew Bear.
Oh, I have exciting news.
What?
You Bear might be back soon.
I must
thought
get
you'd
my
be
gnome
so-
hair back.
Things are looking pretty okay-ish on it. So
Alright.
I'm not. I wouldn't be excited about next week possibly, but I would feel a little bit better about the week following.
I'm excited about every
Sweet.
Monday, dude.
Well, dude, I'm just letting you know that
Um,
your friendly neighborhood paladin may return.
alright. So, having noted how well everything travels, I'm going to spend my interaction kind of yell to everybody and be like, I found tombs with creatures not of our plane or the Fey planes in this room.
Faye runs the world, so it doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
of anything of this world.
Okay, so yeah, I found
The
tombs with
material plane.
creatures depicted not of the material plane. Would that be the best way to word it?
The best way to word it would be like it's not a creature that's you've ever encountered in any tome.
Yeah,
Of any of the
from
things in Faerun.
tomes,
The world is
history.
known as Faerun.
Yeah. Of so the best way to I would say to word it is be like I found tombs of creatures out of our world. And just use my dash action to get across all these tombs. Pew!
Roll me your perception as you're running past the tombs.
God, I hope none of them move.
With disadvantage because you're dashing.
Well, I don't know if I can get much worse than a 4 or a 5.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, it's like a whopping 6. I see my
Yeah.
eyelids.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have seen anything, but nothing happens.
I see my eyelids.
I just wanted to make somebody roll something since we came back.
And that would have
You-
been my bonus action.
Yeah, but you are standing in front of yet another tomb with this fishman in front of it.
So they look like aquatic creatures?
Yeah. It seems like from what you're looking at, like I said, like a very large mouth of teeth, like I think like an anglerfish, right? Like where it
Okay.
has all those like needly teeth,
Right.
and a big mouth, and it's like real large lips, but its eyes look like fish eyes. And then it's have
Murlocs.
smooth head with no ears.
Where's that water trident? But yeah, then well, I guess I'll just let Taliesin go.
Taliesin,
All right.
does not seem like anyone responded to your barking howl.
Well,
Yeah.
he had the room by me. Why would I go double check it?
Hang on. I'm double checking.
I don't know why you would or wouldn't do anything. I was just telling him. That was the last thing he did, so there's really no response from the team.
All right. I'm gonna dash up here, and then can I read those runes?
Yeah. As you would approach from there, you get a bit closer. You're still in a wolf form, and you feel fine. You're able to read on the ground. Again, there are words that kind of encompass this as it's going around it, but what we're really seeing is like a couple of different runes that aren't language in between them, but the words read the same as they did to the Tomb of the South. Here lies the shield, protector of the treasure of Gramouche.
Okay. I'm going to. Who's near me? Godwald. I'm gonna bark at Godwald and then like motion towards uh the tomb in the enchanted circle. Like I'm basically trying to say like there's like this is a key. This is like a puzzle, like a key to whatever's going on here.
I'm picturing a wolf pointing like straight as an arrow, like in the cartoons, straight at the thing,
Yeah, pretty much.
like bam.
Pointing at it, you definitely.
Like I have found, as in I have found the important thing, and I'm like,
Oh, I like that. I like the cartoon picture, the little straight back.
Yeah.
And it's like his back forms a line, and it's pointing at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be what I'm trying to portray.
Is it your insight roll? Tell me.
No,
Is
no,
your
I
dog
just
trust? Is your dog
yeah.
insight? You
This is
definitely feel like Taliesin, Wolf Taliesin feels like there's something very important here.
Okay. That's much stronger than than what I thought before about this. So
Yeah, you just kind of looked at it and thought bad before, right?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Talison's pointed. We've had some checks before. Droop was going to, take some time and start walking this way now that he's seen his wolfy pal. Okay. Comes in close. Comes in a bit closer. Check out that side with you. He goes, "What is it, boy? Did you find something?"
He's just gonna kind of like give like a yippee bark towards the casket, and then also kind of like look back towards the other one.
All right. Yeah, kind of look back
you-
down to the south.
I feel like you guys obviously have noticed that like once you pass this threshold, you like it's dispelled any sort of magic to you. So there's obviously something going on.
It's interesting.
I'm just trying to point out that like these things seem like the threshold that you're passing.
Yeah. All right. And then, Jerk, you've run your way across a giant hallway, leapt over a pit, and they're now standing where there used to be a flight of stairs, looking at a 20-foot wall in front of you.
I climb that wall.
All right.
You what?
So this is a non-magical ability. When you make a running jump, distance you cover increases by 4 feet.
Yeah, I think that's for distance though. So this is just going to be climbing.
Well, the distance goes. So if you're making you're gonna make a vertical jump, or you're just gonna climb. Okay.
I'm just going to climb because climbing no longer costs me any extra movement.
So there's a very smooth stone wall, but there are a bit of grooves that kind of go up. It costs you no movement, but you're going to need to make a successful dexterity check. Well, it's not meant for climbing, but
16.
16 passes. You're able to climb. You're able to basically like, oh my gosh, I've seen you do this in real life. I absolutely have, you guys.
I forgot about that.
I've seen him scale the side of a building before because he locked his keys inside like the fourth
The
story,
third floor.
third floor, the third story up the side of the building. It's absurd. So you're able to reach a handhold like up and do it this where you just kind of jut yourself up, like push up and then grab, and then like you're able to grab the next one, shut yourself up again. You're up now 20 feet up on the ledge, and your hands up. And you move yourself up one more time to the top of the ledge there.
Okay, so then I guess I just walk up to the altar here, and I want to take a look and see what the fuss is all about.
All right.
So-
In front of the altar, there's a ornate bench that's meant for someone to kneel upon it. You see along the side there are like just kind of just detailed work that shows that it was from a fine craftsman. Kind of realized that about this entire place, that everything seems like incredibly well built. Like the floors are not rough hewn stone in any way, like a castle that you have been to, like Cragmaw or anything, but like a polished stone. So in addition to that kind of quality of the architecture, you see this in these items that are here as well. The two braziers that are to light and ref have imagery across the sides of them that are depicting different scene with different creatures and things going on. And on the altar, you find two candelabras which have lit, a stone, which seems like a large stone tablet in front of you. Across it is draped a gold silken cloth, and woven into the side, or more of the kind of similar signs of architecture and detailing you've seen in the other items. On the bench itself, though, is a piece holding up an extremely large golden belt. And I mean, like, you got to think like wrestling championship sized belt, right? Like it's something that's a foot across or a foot tall at the edge of it, a gold plate with leather items going around it, and it's there. There's other markings and runes on it on the tomb there.
Can I make an Arcana check
Candles
on it?
lit.
I just got a belt similar to that in my other
Yeah.
campaign. It was more of like a championship wrestling belt.
That's the only thing I could think of to describe something like this, right? Like this is the only like belt of size and the how tall the item is. It would wrap around. Looks like it could go across a very large creature.
Mine was literally like a championship wrestling belt.
Did you win a wrestling competition?
I won. It was more of like a yes, but it was like it's just called like Circle of Stones, and you have to like basically shoulder check the other dude out of the ring. And I rolled like I did it twice and rolled like 2 nat 20s. So I just like launched the dude.
So you win. So Jerk, you roll your Arcana check. You're trying to like think to like look at something that's magical, and of all the places that you've been in your life, the different like places in the city where you've seen the occasional magical items going across the the altar to the goblin deity in Cragmaw Castle, all of all these different things, you've never seen a setup that's said to you more than anything else, this item is incredible. You're just like, this is definitely like, it's gotta be magical, right? Like, it's gotta be. Look at all this.
Now, I want to. Does anything else on the table seem like it might have any kind of like
There's a large,
special
there's a large,
properties? Or
there's a large book that is on the table. It's set closed, latched shut. Kind of a bookmarker sticking out on a page. But there are no other like instance tools. It looks like there's no rituals that were performed here.
Okay.
Only that this was intended for this belt. This whole setup has been intended to present this one item on this table, this tablet.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pick the belt up and I'm gonna put it around my shoulder, like kind of like a sash, and fasten it as an easy way to carry it. And I'm gonna put the book kind of like underneath it against my chest so it's secured. And I'm going to make my way back down using my my dash or whatever movement I've got left.
Okay. Before you leave there, just real quick,
Okay.
I want to let everyone know that you no longer feel lightheaded. Sparkle Jeb, Godwald. You no longer feel the disoriented feeling that you felt in here. Okay, and I need to do something real quick. Sorry. Oh, but Jerk, you find that as you swap the belt over onto your shoulder, that it kind of like spins underneath your arm and had come undone. The right side just kind of slides around you, and the back side like slides back into it. It clasps shut around your waist.
I guess this is my belt now. Okay. Um, so I guess as that happens, I kind of catch the book and put it in my satchel. I was gonna use it like a sling to carry a baby, but all right. So to get, did I use 20 feet of movement to get up the wall?
All right. Yeah, and then 10, 15, so you're 35 to stand where you are. Yeah, that was your action climbing the wall. You took the climb action.
All right. So I guess I'll probably just end up back here on the
If you
ground.
bonus action to double the remaining
Oh
off
well,
of
that would be
35.
nothing. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I guess I'm stuck on the
you are
altar.
there. All right. Well, everybody, I love you all. Can we roll initiative, please?
God damn it.
And I need to roll a couple of things over here.
I got 10.
Okay. So let's see with the rolls. Wait, you know what? Let me make sure that I have your modifiers correct on this sheet. So let me just go down it real quick and ask in this order. Sparkle Gem, what's your initiative modifier? Sparkle Gem. All right, her initiative modifier is 0. Jerk, what's your initiative modifier?
+4.
+4 now? Okay. Yeah, I think I still have your level 3 stuff in here. Level 2 stuff, maybe. All right, Taliesin, what's yours?
+2.
Awesome. Godwald?
+1.
All right. Same goes for your familiar. Two bears is -1. Sparkle Gem. I have to look yours up. It makes me sad. +1. Okay. I got your rolls.
Right.
Sparkle Gem is 18. Actually,
I didn't
will
realize
someone
I
read
was
these off to me?
muted.
Will someone read
I
these
got
to me real
you.
fast? Sparkle
Yeah.
Gem's initiative roll is
18. Jerks,
Jerks,
is 7. Taliesin
7.
is 8. And Godwall is 9.
9. Thank you. I made this sheet back when P Bear was in the party. Oh, and King Droop. 15. All right. Hey, dungeon rules. Delete these rows. I don't need these extra rows. What are they on here for? It's ridiculous. All right, thanks, guys. I'm looking at a couple ways to try and make combat like roll faster. So I've been trying a couple of those. I don't know. How'd you guys feel about the last few combats? Did they roll any quicker?
I mean,
They seem to go a little faster.
especially this session.
Yeah. Oh, that last time. Yeah. Well, you guys were just like on him already.
Yeah, I think too, like, people just need to kind of come up with an idea before it gets to their turn.
I'll have a general idea, and then when I'm presented with, like, somebody asks me, I'm like, what was it that I was going to do? I get iffy. You leaving? Okay. Give me a second.
Do. It's because you guys could have explored all of this area that I have all these things on different layers and stuff, so I can move them to it when it's there, and then they're just in the spot when it happens. So I had to do a couple little things there real quick, and roll for Droop's initiative. King Droop, perhaps he shall defend his kingdom with 4 members of it. I think it's cute.
Yes. I was trying to get everyone to investigate things first.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Are you surprised that your tiefling rogue walked right up to the statue in the Indiana Jones movie and was like, "All right, I got this bag of sand," throws the bag of sand over his shoulder, takes the bells.
I don't.
Not really.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This is amazing. I love it. All right. So I do have one last dumb thing to do. Sorry.
Do I get an attack of opportunity on this thing that's like that just showed up in my melee range?
It's when they leave. If it just entered, then
Oh, damn.
Okay. All right. So as Dirk picks up the belt and grabs the book off the altar, Godwald and Taliesin, to the east of you up the stairs, you hear a couple loud sounds slamming things into the ground. Like, I think you guys have been around explosions when stone has landed on stone before. It's crunching, loud crack sound just rumbles out from the area above you. Sparkle Gem, make me a dexterity saving throw. Plus
12 total.
12 total. Okay. The tomb lid goes flying off up towards the direction, but towards you. But you are able to step to the side as it breaks here in the area in front of you as it crumbles down. So does a lid of a tomb here and here. And stupid little rectangles. No, come on. There. That there. And this here are difficult terrain. The lids to the tombs have broken off and are down there. From underneath the ground, you hear a shriek of a squirrel just come up from a black pit in front of you. How was that? Was that bad? It was bad.
That was good.
I enjoyed it.
I'm intimidated. I'm absolutely.
And after the thud, after that noise occurs, you guys do realize you do hear these noises. You all hear several of these screams go echo throughout the chamber.
Followed by me screaming, "I hate all of you." You left me alone in a room with fish people. I hate you all.
What do you mean left you alone?
Oh wait, too.
You mean let you go in alone?
Sparkle Gem, there's another lid from up top the stairs that comes crumbling down, though you haven't been able to see from where or from what, though it is larger than the area above it, and the stairs here are also now difficult terrain.
Frickety frick frick.
So many things to do. So many things to move in different places. Da, 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 da. All right, cool. I think that's it. I think we can finally take a turn of combat. Thanks, guys. You know, maybe I should just like set up a second map where it's like, this stuff is here now, and then just move you guys over to it. That almost would be faster, right? I'm gonna try that next time.
Probably.
It's not a bad idea. Also, it's like a big area you're exploring when they kind of happen one by one, but if it's like a map like this, yeah. Yeah. Your next dungeon's gonna have 2 maps. Cool. All right. Let's see. Things have already taken their turns. Sparkle Gem. You are staring down a dark hole, and you've heard some screams coming up from underneath and several from behind you as well.
Okay, my like entire Discord crashed out for a second.
Oh no.
Let's see
Oh,
here.
you are spinning on mine, but I'm gonna minimize my window.
Are we back?
Yeah, you're back for me.
Awesome. Okay. I start with all this.
Yeah. So a lot of lids of things have opened and around you, and you dodged one
40.
as it flew open from where you were.
50. And it counts double for to like climb over.
It's an
The top
extra.
is,
It's an extra 5 feet of movement
yeah, so it's double
over a
movement.
space like that.
So let's see here. 30, 40, 35, 40, 45, 50? If I'm counting correctly? Are those lids taking up double spaces?
Oh my god! Then your movement is
25,
feet.
so
So 50 would get you there, but you're gonna cross an extra 5 for going over the tomb. So 45 right there. Yep.
okay.
You're dashing, I assume.
Yes. Well, actually, I could only get this far because I took 5 feet to step where I'm at right now.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
that's part of your dex.
Oh yeah, from right there.
Yeah, from right there. Because I was here. So I moved 5. There we go. I had to count that out in my head. And then that's going to be my bonus action. And then I'm going to pull my rapier out in hand and ready my action to attack the first thing that comes in melee.
You can see the large black orbed eyes creeping up over the ledge of the tomb that's nearest you, and
Uh, yeah. Wait. What?
you can see it. You can see it right here.
Oh, I can see the fish boy thing.
And you can see its head. It's got some cover because it's coming up from underneath the.
Ugh. So as I'm running, I'm just gonna be like, God damn it, jerk! What did you do this time?
Oh wait, yeah, and Jerk can see over there too.
And yeah, like I said, ready my action. That'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Oh, and how many were there? There were only 3. Shit, I got one last quick thing. All right. Droop, having heard these screams, heard all the stones crashing about. Just especially up the ledge there. He is gonna take a bit of movement and come in here. Start climbing the stairs. He wants to protect his charges. And he's kind of pats Godwall on the shoulder. Says, "I'll protect you, little man."
No response.
He can speak common so much better.
Droop is like trying to help, and everyone just hates him.
So I found a little workaround for me not being in the Discord. I just
I
turned my camera on and moved it over the little squirrel.
You what?
On the
OBS.
Oh. For the stream. Nice. It works. All right. Sorry, I forgot. I'm like, oh, and come on, whose turn is it next? I'm not playing the game with you. I'm also doing the thing. Jeez, ridiculous. I want to play the game. All right.
Unless any of your people rolled higher than like, I want to say a 13. I think it's jerks, but I'm not entirely sure. We didn't read off combat order at the beginning.
Oh, here, I'll tell you combo order. It goes Sparkle Gem, Droop, some bad guys, Jerk, some bad guys, Taliesin, Godwald. Godwald's familiar. Some bad guys. Okay, so that would mean that went some bad guys. So
did
sorry.
Droop move?
Yeah.
Okay.
We moved up.
Yeah, he went to go protect Godwall.
What about next time we do these like pre-combat things. We do the order, but put like a timer on like what you want to do. I think that might be interesting. Like you got 5 minutes. What are you doing? All right, you got 5 minutes. What are you doing?
Well, that's fine.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. Always trying a couple of things. Some creature starts tromping down the stairs towards you with the flap, flap, flap of its feet. Comes out and it casts hold
I just
person at you. It's gonna be
what
a
type of save?
So wisdom saving throw.
I have advantage on that
Why do you have advantage on a wisdom saving throw? Tell me.
because I am a gnome and it's one of my racial traits. I get advantage on all spells regarding intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. It's under my features and traits.
Okay.
It's
You
called
gotta-
Gnome Cunning.
So you get a beat of 14.
Okay. And you said it was wisdom?
Wisdom. The thing that you apparently have a racial free for.
Bleh.
All right.
Where's my wisdom? Yeah, straight rolls. So I am being held. God damn it.
So that's an 8.
Yeah,
Uh,
as this creature flaps its webbed feet down the stairs, casts a spell, and you find yourself paralyzed. At the end of your next turn, you can make another wisdom saving throw. That's the end of your next turn. But you also okay. And then it is Jerk's turn. Jerk, you are at the top of a 20-foot ledge, and you can kind of see some doorways 50 feet to the north and the south of you. You've heard the crumbling stones clacking in the sound probably only familiar to you from when there's been explosions and stone has crumbled in Cragmaw Castle. That happened, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you
Or some other adventure.
Did you see my whisper?
Oh, no, didn't. Sorry.
All right, so it's 50. All right, so I'm going to use my movement and bonus action together from where I am. And I'm going to end up right here. Come on, we can do this.
Sorry. You asked me to respond on the thing.
Oh, I know,
responded to it.
I know.
Did Jerk just go completely invisible?
He went. Yeah, he just totally went invisible.
He entered the. Tried to
He
walk through
entered the
space, but there was
space
no
that
stairs.
no one else has entered yet before. I think we could actually probably open this all up now.
Oh, yeah, there it
This
is.
side at least. Hi, Bender. My cat really wants to say hi, guys. I'm sure you've heard him meowing. He is super, super into it, and he's trying to fit into the bed with his brother, and he's not going to because they're massive. Jerk, as you enter this room, you see a familiar set of plate mail armor, though it has remained still during all of this commotion. You see that this very large tomb here above the way is open. So now you've for the first time seen one of these open. There seems to be darkness inside. A couple torches in here. Otherwise, just decorations that seem similar to things you've seen before. You might be able to see the top of something's head here.
All right, well.
5 feet down. No, not really.
Ah, damn it. All right. Well.
This would be like 10 feet down by then, so he's on a slope.
Okay. Well,
You can't see into this room.
I can see
A
into
little
this
bit.
room.
Well, you just see the walls and stuff into this room because this ceiling goes up quite high.
Okay, so I guess I can't really use a bonus action if I can't see him, or not me. I can't use my action if I can't see him.
If they're in line of sight, unless you got anything else.
I'm just gonna shout as loud as I can. Everybody head towards the door. Droop, you can open it if you're close to it. It seems like that's our best option here. And then I wait it out.
Okay.
Can I even talk or anything while being held?
You're paralyzed, so the condition reads as follows. You're incapacitated as well, so that's an additional consideration. You can't move or speak. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attacks against you have advantage. You can't move, essentially. And any attack that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of you. Whew.
Okay, guys, I'll be in a new tab, creating a new character.
It's a little scary.
Like, seriously, though?
It's a little scary. It's a scary spell. Old person. You'll be familiar with this magic, even though you can't tell anyone. Yeah, this thing is. All right, so that was Jerk's turn. Sorry. I'm not playing the game with you guys. Jesus. All right, and
After Jerk,
Actually,
it is
Allison.
baddies.
Yeah, but actually, it's Allison's turn.
Okay.
Okay, I did bring Lesser Restoration today.
So if I pass this threshold, I mean, I guess I just have to. I'm gonna attempt to charge at the bad guy. Oh wait, no, there's not a bad guy. That's Droop.
Wow, like even you.
I guess I can make it to the top of the stairs.
All right. At the top of the stairs, and you notice.
Am I still a wolf?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, did you? Well, it's something I guess I told the people who were inside of it before.
Well, it seems like passing this threshold dispels magic is why I'm asking if I'm still a wolf.
You're still a wolf. It is
Alright.
not passing that threshold that dispels magic.
Yeah, after I picked up the belt, everybody felt better. I don't know if you were here for that.
He was washing dishes.
Alright, so there's obviously a guy within 5 feet of me. Am I able to attack him?
Yeah, he's crawling out of the pit, so he's got
God, he's best.
half cover, but yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna try and bite him in the fucking dome.
Bite his face off. Bite his fishy face off.
Yeah.
I actually feel like there would be something about that wolf being like, oh yeah, fish. 13 plus
So +4, 17.
17 hits.
Alright.
Those are murlocs.
You can see him now. You're looking at him. I don't actually. I mean, like, all right. So I kind of like half know what you're talking about. And the only Murlocs I know of, image-wise, come from Blizzard World in
That's
Overwatch.
what I'm talking about.
And
That's
Yeah,
basically
so-
90% of them.
But they're like, they're very
90%
cartoon.
of
They're
them.
very cartoony in that.
oh, also the ramen shop.
They're like
in
that in the real
Overwatch.
game.
So
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it takes 6 damage and then it
Like
has,
Hold on.
Can
What
I-
is he saying? Taliesin.
it takes 6 damage and then it has to make a hang on. It has to make a DC 11 strength check or it's knocked prone.
Oh, this is your like charge attack or something.
No, just a wolf, like its bite attack has that.
Oh yeah, if it's successful, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a strength check or
Strength check, yeah.
okay. Okay, and he took 6 damage. And he gets 15. Well, plus or minus. Plus 1. 16.
Alright, well, it saves then.
Okay, so it takes 6 damage from biting damage from you, though. Piercing or something?
It's piercing damage, yeah.
Alright. Okay, and if that's Allison's turn, your movement, you're staying there. Godwald.
That was all my movement, so yeah.
I literally not get you the thing to be on there. Fine. Oh. Okay. It's like I could not get Godwald's familiar to sort correctly behind like items in there. And I was just like, what is going on? Something is very wrong here. But it's my own fault, so now I understand. Godwald, it's still your turn.
Let's see. So wolf to me a bit. Tried to bit something. I
I made like half of that out. Sorry.
What?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
the issue is definitely on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, I heard something about a wolf biting. I couldn't catch it.
How far up the stairs do we need to go to get a clear line of sight on one of these things?
I mean, I just bit one.
On those things, I mean, he's like right. He's kind of came up to the top of the stairs. I mean, maybe you had to be here to do it. And get that bite in. I thought you
I'll
were
just
at
go
the
all the way up.
actual top of the stairs.
And this is the first time I'm seeing one of these things.
Yeah.
What should I roll to try and get a sense of what these things are?
Okay. Yeah, you could see. You would see one of them in the middle of the aisleway holding a staff, and you could see two of them crawling out of the pit. One that Taliesin just bit in the face, and another crawling out of the pit where he was there.
Out of the pit.
You kind of you can't quite make. You can kind of see a little bit of him, but he's got some cover for you. What you see as these creatures are is it's a humanoid with what kind of resembles an angler's head, just that giant maw of teeth. There's just a couple fins that roll back. Its eyes are just a pitch black. They don't seem to, have like a pupil like looking in directions. They look like they're looking in all directions all the time. Big bulbous eyes on the sides of its head.
Mhm.
Carrying weapons. It's wearing a robe, no armor. It's got a spear. You can see spears is the ones crawling out, carrying spears. The other carrying a staff.
Is it dead?
Is what dead?
Like, are they undead or are they just like hiding in pits? that
They
discernible?
don't seem to have like their flesh rotting off or anything. They seem alive. Oh yeah, here too.
That's a lot of dudes.
There are
That's,
5 of them as you cross the top of the stairs.
That's a lot of dudes, and I don't know what's happening over on the other side, but there were some weird noises coming from there. Should we bail? This feels like a situation where we bail.
Where are we gonna go?
Back to the door?
Door is closed.
Anytime Droop gets near it, it opens back up.
Yeah,
Is
I missed that too.
established?
Yep,
Okay.
That's why I yelled that from the top of the stairs.
yep.
And so, but if that, well, I guess we hold here. Anything else different about this one that seems that has this
Oh.
staff?
Yeah, you guys from where you're at, you can see up into here too. Anything seeming different about him? I mean, it's in his garb. The others seem to be wearing like short loincloths, as it were, and the other seems to be like a long drapery, not quite like a robe, but cinched in the front of it with a gem hanging around its neck. Its mouth isn't that same gaping open maw of teeth, but you can see from inside it does look sharp.
Well, I don't like the looks of any of this.
Oh yeah, those ones coming out of the pit. They're doing that whole scream, that whole dead scream.
Well, that's creepy as creepy. Hmm. I've spent enough time thinking. Just toll the dead on the one that's been already hurt.
All right. He does a wisdom save.
Yes,
It's gonna do. He gets 6. That hits.
that hits.
What damage?
And this much necrotic damage.
I go to the other screen every time I ask. So, how much damage?
2
Thank you.
in magical necrotic.
I'm not asking because I think it's fun. I'm asking because I wanna know. Takes necrotic damage. All right.
I like your song.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna took you. You know, it's difficult terrain to climb those tall steps. I mean, not really. They're just tall steps. If you were out of weight, you'd be like, ah, just like me. Every time I
So,
encounter steps.
but can I treat them as? Can I treat them?
No, you're fine. You're fine. They're normal. Plenty of
All right. Then I'd like
steps
to. Then I'll use my 4th and 5th squares to go here and enable pack tactics.
Okay, just getting close into Taliesin. Gotcha.
And I'll pass.
All right. Kuatoa 1. Next to Taliesin. Climbs out. Oh, no die roll. Come back. We're not taking it wherever it was, but I don't see it. Okay, well, it's not like I'm at Nick's house where the dogs will eat it. Attacks Taliesin with his spear. As he comes out. So +4 on top of no, spear. As he moves out here, he gets a 23 total.
Yeah, that hits.
It hits with the spear, but he doesn't do a ton of damage with it. He hits you for 3 piercing damage. I did that wrong, but that's fine. He hits you with 3 piercing damage. I said it, it's in. Spears you up. Spear.
Taliesin kind of like
Or
laughs as a wolf.
what would a wolf laugh be like?
It's just like a
I like it. All right. 2, 3, 4. Gonna move. Another attack, but that is a 6 to not hit.
no.
The spears coming in. A line in front of there. Disgusting priest creature. This is where you get a bunch of baddies. And then alright, this should move a little quicker from here on out. One of the Kuatoa takes a strike at the paralyzed foe, recognizing the Orc priest's magical abilities with advantage, because that 8 misses, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, it's a 2 only. So, misses with his advantage hit. Fuck you, 5. And another spear attack with advantage. Just gonna roll twice. Well, one of those is a natural 1, and one of them is a natural 20, which I suppose is irrelevant because you're held, so hitting you would have been a critical hit anyways. Which means it does his d6. You're lucky. Is that is only 3 damage. It was 1 on his damage die, made it 2 plus 1, 3. So you take 3 piercing damage from a spear. I'm not going to stand for that nonsense. Where's my other die?
No,
Where'd you go? All right. And I moved in, and now I believe we are back at the top of the order with Sparkle Jam. You are held. You are paralyzed.
Yep.
I don't believe you have much else you can do.
The
with
only
the-
thing
Yeah.
I can do is roll to get out of this.
Yeah, because you can't take actions or reactions.
Yep.
And so
With
this is the end of your
advantage,
turn.
because it is still against a save, and that's a wisdom or magic that is wisdom save. I don't think a 10 gets me out.
10 plus what? What's your wisdom modifier?
That's it. My wisdom mod is
That's it?
0.
No, that's right, because this is a 14.
Yep.
Spell save DC. Yep.
This is the end of Sparks, guys. I'm calling it.
No, it's a DC 10 strength check.
You said it was a wisdom. Oh, to get
That's
out,
to
it might
attack.
be
This is your-
strength.
yeah, because you're breaking the. No, wait, that's his net spell. That's a net from the other guy. I'm sorry. This spell save DC is 14. Yeah, you didn't make it out.
Okay.
You're right. I was
That's
wrong
what I
this
thought.
time.
Now I'm going back to being muted and eating food while I slowly let all this crap
Just
happen.
slowly worry and die. All right.
Internally scream because I can't do much else.
Up north, troop comes up, and you. It's like new troop has to say it in a not broken English way. I will end your lives, monsters. Troop kill. Somewhere in the back of your minds, you get to hear group go.
Yeah.
Group kill. What we'll do is, it's 2 melee attacks. It's +5 to hit on both. Just gonna roll 2. He gets a 14 and a 15 plus 5, a 19 and a 20. Those both hit. On the first one, damage on his scimitars now. 2. Good. He only does 3 damage. Good. And then his next attack does 6 plus 2, 8. So 3 and 8, 11 damage. All right. Close that, stupid thesaurus. Keeps confusing me. Arc Priest. Cast onto a wolf who came in up the stairs. Creates a glowing mace floating above. Within his range. So he'll do it next to Droop, since he can do it only in a space that he can see and create it and attack Droop. Which I don't believe hits. His spellcasting. It's 5. On an 8. Hits Droop 4. Jesus. Droop takes 13 damage. As this giant glowing mace comes down upon his head, crunching him right in the king's crown. Get it?
I get it. He got crowned in the crown.
Yeah. All right. The other one continues to hold Sparkle Gem in his spell, hoping that the rest of them will do the job for him or her. I don't really know. Strange mouthy fish people. And okay. I mean, it is Jack's turn.
Check the whisper.
Thank you, sir.
And then, since this guy's distracted, do I get advantage if I rush him from behind and get up to him? I can see the top of his head.
Okay, what did you say? You come down here so you go over there and see it.
Since he's distracted, do I have an opportunity to rush him and have advantage?
He is. I mean, you're gonna try and like surprise him. You're
Yeah.
not hiding behind anything. You're
No,
running up
no.
behind him. It's
Basically-
it's normal. It's a normal attack, but he is concentrating on a spell that's holding your friend.
Okay, so I'll just gonna.
You're gonna have to move forward a bit to the top of the stairs to see him because he is 10 feet down.
Well, you said I saw the top of his head, so I'm just gonna like come running down, and I'm gonna hit him with my rapier.
Okay. You got to attack. Go ahead and make a strike.
17.
17 hits.
All right. Oh, damn! 12 damage.
Nice. And give him a nice stick in what you'd think would be the lungs.
All right, then I guess so.
And it just turns back to you. It's big eyes. These ones do seem to have pupils that are kind of like turning and twisting and moving around, and they both zoom in on you for a second as it's screaming.
All right, then dagger.
All right.
Oh. Do I have inspiration?
You do. If you refresh your page, you'd see it because you gave us the recap.
Then I use my inspiration to re-dagger.
Reroll that die.
Oh!
Oh, good use of inspiration. Damn, son.
All right, and it's a D4. I don't get the modifier. So 3, but it's critical.
All right, so 6.
Okay.
That was it.
I mean, isn't it? You just roll 2d4 instead
Yeah.
of doubling it? Yeah.
That's how we've been doing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is. That's what it is. So roll another d4. Sorry.
I like
4
the
damage.
first one better.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, can I have that extra 2 damage against this guy, I think?
Uh. Hmm.
All right, so 4 damage. That's everything.
What's that? What's that, buddy? Oh, it's your. So you
Does
did
so?
initially.
I'm looking on a forum. So if inspiration gives advantage, and advantage gives sneak attack, does inspiration give sneak attack?
No,
So
does
you
not.
had.
because he already used it this turn. He didn't he?
No, I didn't use sneak
Yeah.
attack this turn.
You
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
because they didn't have advantage before. So if you have advantage,
You can use sneak attack.
you get sneak attack. You're saying because we have advantage here. Yeah. I don't see why not.
So roll 4d6
Rules
for
written.
crit damage.
You still get your sneak damage. And then your sneak damage die aren't doubled for your. Are they? I don't
yeah,
think so.
they are. Sneak attack is doubled for
Yeah,
for
sneak
crit.
attack is doubled on crit.
We've talked about this like 5 times
Okay.
now.
Okay. All right. Do it.
Are you serious? You're gonna let
This'll be
me
the time
murder
I'm-
this guy? Okay.
Well, yeah. Otherwise,
So-
I'm about to be murdered.
Go ahead.
Just
roll your.
get rid
roll
of
your
him.
46. 9.
Okay.
So that's
you've done-
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
No. Your sneak attack damage is normally 2d6.
Yeah.
But so you rolled 4d6. You got 9 total.
9 total from that. And then
10, 13.
13. And then 12 before that.
'Cause it's 8 plus 4.
Yep.
So 13 and 12, 24.
Yeah.
Okay. Stick it in the guts real good, and it screams and turns and looks at you. But it does have to roll twice to see if it breaks concentration. It saves on the first one, so it makes 17. But it fails the second attack. That second critical attack ends his concentration on the spell. Sparkle Gem, you are no longer paralyzed.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Right. My question though is my ready to action I had ready triggered now that I'm no longer held?
No, you went through your turn.
Damn.
Goes through your round. We went through a round. But had a round gone by and you had been held and then not gone off, then you still had that ready action. I wouldn't see why not in those cases. But a round has gone by.
Right.
Because your turn ended, remember? That was your chance to make that save.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
just
I
happy
believe
to be
it's-
alive.
I do believe it's Talison's turn. I'm gonna grab a beer if that's okay. It's just real fast.
Yeah.
You there,
I'm gonna
buddy?
go grab a drink and use the restroom real quick.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna bite the boy in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, my
Roll
knee.
your
My knee.
attack.
You've got
Old age sucks.
pack attack or pack tactics enabled too, don't you?
Does Droop enable pack tactics by Talison's definition of ally?
Well, he's an ally.
Ooh, well, I got a fucking crit, so.
Whew. All right, I'll be back to see how that pans out.
So you've dealt 6 to that fish, and I've dealt 2.
All right. What was the attack roll?
I got a crit.
Woo! So what damage you roll?
44 plus 2.
Nice. I like that it eventually like rolls it over. That was weird. Did that like mechanical die like get stuck in its side?
Yeah, it did. So,
Looks like it looks like it's just counting the top number.
It's still yeah.
So,
I see.
yeah, 10 damage, and then he's gotta make a strength throw of 11.
All right, 10 damage. He's number 1. I mean, he would try to make that saving throw, but he can't because he's dead.
Oh, cool.
So how did you, if you want, you can describe how you bit him to death.
So, so all this happens really quickly. I run up the stairs, bite him in the face as he's crawling out, and I would say he maybe kind of hop, or like as I've got his face like I'm latched onto his face, he pulls out his spear and like stabs me in the side, and I kind of hop back, and I'm just pissed. So I growl and just like launch myself at this guy and like knock him to the ground and just like crush his like face bones with my jaws.
Crunch. You see all those sharp teeth, and you're like, I'm gonna show you who's got sharp teeth. Take him down.
Exactly.
Let's get a little kill marker on that fish man.
Mighty Yana
Or
used
woman?
crunch. It's super effective. The foe's Finion fainted.
You guys keep trying to run from enemies that really aren't that hard.
Well,
I think we.
I literally just two-shot that one.
look, here's my logic. These things came out of these pits, right? There are more pits.
Okay, so I'll two-shot more of them.
It'd also be a lot easier if we were together, because I could be getting
You know, you
major
wouldn't be
bonus
saying
damages.
that if you were the one getting held and gangbanged by him.
I mean,
So,
I didn't
Dallison,
choose
do you have a
to
move?
go
All right,
down.
all right. Y'all don't feel like everyone else did the thing you wanted you to do, but yeah, but they did something
No,
else, and
I'm
then
not
here we
saying
are.
he did anything I would have didn't or did want him to do. I'm just saying if he were in my shoes right
All
now,
right,
Those are small
he'd
shoes.
be wanting to run as well.
right. All right, so we're
Probably wouldn't run. But...
so we're out here. Oh my gosh, let me, you guys. By the way, like
I'll just
one of
set
these
him
men
on
is
fire.
dead. Imagine you're standing there. Are we going on to the next person's turn, or are you moving away?
I think that means it gets Godwald's turn.
Yeah, I'll stay there because I still get pack tactics against the other one next to me. So I'll strategically I should stay there. Also, the one that has the glowy stat or the glowy mace can't hit me as long as I'm wearing.
The glowing mace? Yeah, I don't think I can reach you based on the things. And that means it's Godwald's turn. Godwald's turn.
Hmm. Yeah, I'll stay.
You're just gonna stand there?
I mean, like I am going to not immediately turn around and run because there's many of them. Because
Oh,
the defeating of the one has given me some heart.
gotcha.
Uh,
Inspired some courage.
Yay!
I'll just
I'll
spend my
I'll-
action casting a first level cure wounds on Droop.
All I meant by that was that I believe in us, guys.
Cure wounds on Droop. Okay.
Yes.
How many wounds do you cure on Droop?
So let's see, spend spell slot and heals for 1d8 plus 7.
7.
I marked
And
all that
that's
damage off on me by
full heal.
Oh, weird. My camera
How much damage do you heal?
15.
All right, yeah. Drip is back up to health. He just kind of brushes off the wound as if they were nothing.
And so
Looks-
my oath
looks
is
back
fulfilled.
at you. Looks back at you. Thanks, little man.
Straightens his floating crown.
Let's see.
Is it still floating? Huh. Yeah, it's totally still floating. Spinning around his head.
And
The whole time he's in here. Whole time he's
I
in
think
here.
I think I'll just pass.
All right. You're spelled. And helping out in the back. The spellcaster in the north tunnel. He raises up his hands to, make it a gesture and screams in a slightly different way, like like a repetition of sort of changing the tones a little bit as he's doing it. And you notice that this one fishman in the center, like, glows a sort of a bluish hue as the ghostly image of a shield spins around him and this disappears.
Freaking shield magic.
And man, of course there's no. There it is. Let's say, of course there's no shield icon. That's kind of close. And so, yep, that's gonna be his turn.
Yep.
And then the one to the south, who's recently lost his hold spell, summons a. Let's see. Can I find a scimitar fast enough? Spectral glowing blade appears next to him and Jerk. And it makes an attack on Jerk. It's 5. It's an unnatural 20. So that hits. First weapon does D8 plus a spell mod. Oh, jeebus. Doing a total of 12 damage to Jerk.
Fuck balls. I'm not doing well. But I'll be fine in a minute.
I started thinking about how to get out of there. All right, and that means it's Jerk's turn. Jerk, the spectral blade appeared next to you and slashed you. Though it didn't seem to physically cut you, you feel the pain.
Okay, so does drinking a health potion count as like interacting with an object?
It is an action to drink a health potion, yes.
It's a.
It's a full action. I can't use as my bonus because I've got interact with an item as a bonus.
Oh, let me read your thing. Under your class features, right?
Yep.
And it's your fast hands.
Yeah.
To use an object action. Okay, yeah, you could take the use an object action, and that counts for your using your potion. Usually it's an action, but here you can drink your health potion.
Can I tell how this guy's looking?
The
The guy right
the
in front of me.
the robed fishman with the holding the staff.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's pretty hot.
The robed fishman. It's pretty hot. Yeah, how is he doing? How are you doing?
Is he, just-
I mean, like, it seems like your attacks hit him, but what you would have expected more blood. He doesn't seem to be bleeding as much as the human beings that you fought, the goblins that you fought.
all right.
He's not winded in any way or anything.
You said he's not what? Winded?
He's not like winded in any way or anything like that.
All right. Oh, also whisper.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
In the meantime, I'm gonna roll a rapier. Please. $16 do it?
To hit him?
Yep.
Oh yeah, 16 hits him.
Okay.
So you
So
use your bonus action to take a healing potion
Mhm.
with your fast hands.
Yep. So 1d8 plus 4 for damage. So 6 damage. And then healing potion. Where are you? Where are you?
What was the that one hit? Your D8 was 2 plus on what? Your rapier?
Yeah, so it's 6. I think.
Well, your damage on your rapier is plus 4. Your to hit is plus 6.
Yeah, so it's
If
six
you-
6 altogether.
Oh,
I
because you
it.
got 2.
2
6
damage.
damage on him.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All
6 damage on him. Done.
right. And then 2d4 plus 2 for the healing potion.
D4 plus 2 for your healing. All right. What does that put you at?
I don't know yet. I haven't rolled it. Right now I'm at 11. Oh God. Okay, so 3 plus 2.
Yeah, it's genuinely lame in this version.
5. That puts me at 16. And I am down a healing potion. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, that's it for you. Means it is Allison's turn.
Okay. None of these fish boys have moved.
No, the ones in front of me. No, they get to go after Godwald. Almost.
Okay.
They basically all get to go after Godwald.
Mm.
I want to rush the staff boy and bite him.
Okay, you'll take 2 attacks of opportunity from Fishmen.
Yep. I'll do it.
All right, just throw those at you real quick. You're gonna do 2 of their spear strikes, and the rolls are a 5 out of 10, and their bonuses are probably nope, they don't hit.
All right. So I rush past them in super anime fashion, just like just easily dodging, jumping off the wall and shit. and then I jump through the air and go to bite.
All right. What's your attack on him? Your attack roll.
That's a 15.
A 15 does hit.
All right. That's going to be 10 damage, and he has to make a DC strength check.
All right. To get a beat in the strength check. He gets
11.
7, like minus a 1, I think. No, a 10.
All right.
He's
so
much stronger than he looks.
He's knocked prone.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if we find what's our favorite prone? Jared's broken back.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Says your movement in action.
Yeah, this whole sequence was like really fucking anime. Like, I'm just like jumping off walls, like fucking wolf flipping, and like there's like fucking anime theme song music playing in the background as I'm rushing this guy.
All right.
It's like a scene from
Dun,
Wolf's
dun,
Rain.
dun, dun. Wolf's Rain, yes. There we go. Nice job. All right, that moves it to Godwald's turn. Quick, someone remember Wolf's Rain theme music.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that one. Wolfrain was sad.
Not end well.
I think I was like 14 during the Wolf's Rain era.
Yeah, cool.
I don't remember what I ate for breakfast this morning. Like, do you think I remember anything from there?
All right, what's my range? Go over here.
I was definitely an adult when I first saw that show, so fuck you.
I remember the first time it appeared on Adult Swim, back when Kenshin was still on Adult Swim.
Yeah, I was like 20.
Let's see. I take a step forward into difficult terrain. My range is 60 feet. So do I have line of sight here?
Yeah, he's in an open hallway. He's in the middle of it.
I reread the rules for prone. No, wait, it's a save. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Also,
Then I'd like to Toll the Dead, the casting looking one.
real quick, was his spell to give that guy like a defense buff? Is that concentration?
It was not.
Okay.
Not seen your attack and the subsequent knocking prone doesn't seem to have disturbed it at all.
That's fine. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Does it screw with that mace that's there?
No.
As I proved in the fight with the giant zombie, a spiritual weapon is not a concentration. It's just really good.
Conjuration.
Did I say that?
No, I'm just it. That's the nature of conjuring a mace would be conjuration.
Oh, you mean like the school that it would fall under?
Yeah.
You'd think it would. In this case, it's evocation. Weird, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Doesn't make sense. You're like, I conjure up a weapon.
Evocation? Well, Conjuration and Evocation have a lot of spells that are very, very similar to one another. They kind of go hand in hand.
There's a lot of times where I feel like a spell just doesn't make any sense in a particular category, but it's in it. So
I mean, it's not really making a mace. It's using magic power in the form of a mace, technically, is what a cleric would respond with in this argument. Anyway, the save?
Like he gets a 12 plus his whiz, 15. Does he make it?
That's a success. There is no effect. I have no other actions. I pass.
All right.
He only gets disadvantage being prone if he's being attacked melee wise, right?
Yeah, I think it's melee attacks.
My spell ignores everything affecting attack rolls.
Yeah, and this would be an attack roll, but his isn't an attack roll. It's a wisdom save. But attack rolls, in general, have advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack rolls have disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Prone is actually a great way to take cover when ranged things are happening, like arrows. You drop to the ground, arrows fly over your head most of the time.
Get down.
Yeah, exactly. But it provides disadvantages for him as well, right? It's gonna cost movement for him to stand up and shit. Okay. Godwald's turn passes, which means we're gonna have some fishman actions happening here. 2, 3, 4. Son's gonna come up behind Taliesin and attack him as it is attacking his. Ooh, the master is a 19 plus. 3. So
Yeah.
21. Okay. I don't know. You guys got cloaks of protection and advantage and disadvantage rolls all over the fucking place. I need to ask.
I'm just a wolf right now, so.
Oh, right. All right. Well, he's seen you biting and he bites you back,
That's weird.
doing 5 damage.
I'm still a wolf.
Rah! Gives you a bite. All right, and then 2 of these are going to attack Droop. I don't believe either of those hit him. No, both attacks. He deflects with the scimitars as if he's spent time using them. He is now becoming more and more proficient with this weapon of choice. And all right, and then we're down the other side of the map. Three fish people are going to attack
What?
Sparkadon.
Oh wait, because it happened at the end of my turn. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
Did you get your turn in yet after that? Because
No, I haven't had a turn since then.
Because
And-
Jerk. Hold on, let's look. Because Jerk attacked and broke it.
And I haven't gone since.
Oh, and you're
She's coming
And
up
Jerk-
next.
when you broke the attack.
That was my last
Before-
turn.
That was your last turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's coming up after the fish people.
Godwald.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Fucking hell. Well, we get
Fucking
a
hell.
7, 12, and 12. Plus
2 of them hit.
3. 2 of them hit.
Yeah. My AC's only 12.
A spear and a bite. Who do I? 694. And you take 3 plus 1 plus 2. Take 5 piercing. You take 5 piercing damage. Both are piercing attacks.
Ouch.
We see this tiny morsel ready to be skewered
You
up and
said-
eaten.
Take 5.
5
5
total.
Why did
piercing.
I, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
why
I
did
got-
I type 13
I
rather
got a
than
2 and a
5?
1, and I got a 2 on my rolls for. I did both of their damage. So I just rolled both at the same time. So I got a
Yep.
2 plus 1 and a 1 plus 1, 5 damage.
Okay.
You're getting the ideas that maybe the minions aren't as.
And is that the end of the round?
That is their turns. Them, and then it's Sparkle Gem's turn.
I'd like to call it here.
Oh, it's 11. All right. You guys good with that?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta like clean cat boxes and stuff.
Well, you
All
want
right.
to check the whisper real quick? Because no one else needs to be
Yeah.
involved with that. So. All right, we can end it there. So
So
let's say good
Oh,
night,
well,
internet.
Good night, internet.
Internet.